Okay, now you guys can hear me. Yo, good call out. Good call out. Okay, yep. Okay, good call out, guys. Does anyone know? Hey, what's up, by the way? Um, does anyone know how to I'm literally looking at the chat on my phone. There has to be a way either on OBS or on the YouTube side for me to see the chat. Does anyone know how to do that? I've literally never done this before. Also, I'm not good at Usopp, so don't be expecting nothing here. This is literally day one. I'm going second. I feel like I got things on four. I got this. I kind of want like a Leorio to Streamlabs. I don't even know what Streamlabs is. Do I keep this or mulligan? Fluff it, we mulligan. That's probably wrong. It feels pretty raw now that I look at this hand. I feel like this is fine on two. Also, I'd be clicking the mute on this. Okay, there we go. That's what I use for Twitch. Okay. Alright, we don't need this. I feel like I feel like I can take this. Sure, why not? Oh, now I find Leorio. Okay. I think I just want to get rid of the Perona. There literally has to be a way for me to see chat on my... Do I just open my own stream in a separate? Is that the answer? Alright, I think this is the answer. Yeah, I opened my stream in another tab. That was a great call out, David. Will you change your main deck from Dofi to Usopp? Probably not. I think Dofi is better, but Usopp looks like a ton of fun, so I'm definitely interested in doing that. Did he finger pistol me? That seems kind of whack. I think we just give a 2K here. Probably this one. Yeah. Dude, where's my stage? Am I ever playing Leorio here? Looking for stage? I feel like that seems reasonable. We did not find it, but we did find Rebecca. And maybe this Cavendish to play off of Rebecca next turn? That seems pretty reasonable. Has anyone actually practiced Usopp yet? I'm gonna need some tips. I don't know what I'm doing. Yo, this is tough. There's nothing I'm willing to discard off this. I guess it just has to be one of the extra 2Ks, right? Maybe I was just supposed to keep the original 5 because it had what you call it. It had the stage. I think the stage is probably pretty important, right? Will you be expecting video submissions? Yes. Yes. I absolutely will be accepting video submissions. I have been trying to make the Discord today. I spent a little time trying to build it, and then I went, wow, I have no idea what I'm doing. So currently trying to outsource that. I messaged some people that I know how to set up a Discord server, and hopefully they will get back to me, and then the Discord server will go up. Yeah, 100%. Dude, this Perona thing, you gotta chill. Is it just this? probably. And then I think we probably just block with this and draw a card back. Alright. Not cool, homie. Definitely not cool. That's a nice draw, I think, because I don't think it matters if we swing 5 or 6. And having this in trash means that we'll be able to bring it back off of our Frankie. Yeah. Okay, let's just start with a 5er. I imagine he takes, yeah, it's our first swing all game. Finally found the stage, God bless. I think this is always Rebecca. Okay, nice. We're just going to draw nothing but stage for the rest of the game, I think. We'll bounce one of these. I think we pass there. Okay, what you think about Dofi that is not dominant in West and OP9 format? In East meta was very dominant. Oh, I think it's not dominant in the West because everyone in the West is casual. If you look at like Dofi's conversion rate in every single tournament, it's really good. It converts really well, despite the fact that Doflamingo I think is the hardest deck in the game currently. It still converts really well, even though I think everyone's really bad at it. Which means, like, I think personally, I think Doflamingo should be 60% of the field. I think 60% of the people in the room should play it. I think literally the only reason it's... What the hell just happened? Alright, bro. I think really the only reason that it doesn't see more play is because there's a bunch of really high-level players like Cross, Chris Sock, Clyde, who all decided they were going to take BY instead. And low-key, other than Cross, all of them got smoked. So, okay, so we're definitely going to draw. Fuck, dude. I mean, I have to block for this, right? Surely. I have to block and bring back Rebecca. This is nasty what's happening to me right now. Where's all my counter? So I think it should be a lot more dominant. I think just a lot of the good players have elected not to play it, which I think is misguided in my opinion. And I also think the deck is really hard and most people aren't good at it. But if you look at conversion rates, it converts like super well. So, are you able to attend the Dallas Regionals in March? Yes, I will be there with my girlfriend. I'm hoping a couple of my local friends will also be going. But they're not confirmed yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with a couple 5s at life and just see where that gets us. Start with a 5 here. And then I think I'll swing at this twice with this. I'm guessing these 5s, he gives us a couple cards. That would make sense. I feel like we're starting to be in a not bad position here. We're not going to have any blockers, which is a little sad, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, I think I'm cool with just poking 5 twice. And then I'll use, I'll bump this up to 8, and I'll swing twice at his board. Take this. Oh, this was supposed to be an 8. Whoops. Doesn't matter, he took anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. here. Is BB Usopp matchup 50-50? Blackbeard and Usopp? I think it's actually supposed to be Blackbeard favored. I'm not 100% sure, but even watching the matches that Usopp won in the Asia finals, it kind of looked like it was hard for Usopp, and it kind of looked like the Blackbeards were misplaying. Which Usopp is definitely not like the most popular deck. So one of the big advantages of that is that your opponents will misplay into it. Like literally in the final, if the Blackbeard just didn't destroy the Leorio with the 6-cost event Liberation, if he didn't destroy the Leorio, or if he leader affected before he destroyed the Leorio, he just won. So thoughts on Usopp meta position? Yeah, I think it will probably tier 1.5. Sounds pretty accurate, honestly. I think that sounds about right. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and destroy my Kyros. Does he have Rebecca? Nice, he doesn't. No Rebecca Brooke. Big fan of no Rebecca Brooke. So I get to keep this Luffy. That's nice. Picking up a Kyros is definitely not the worst. I don't think. I guess I can swing into the Suru. He doesn't have a. Doesn't have a thing either way. There's a world where I'm supposed to just red rock this, especially because he plays the only deck that actually can recover it if I get rid of it. But establishing the Kyros sounds kind of nice too. I kind of do just want to red rock it though. Red rocket. Put this back as active. Swing. Yeah, I think I'm down. It would be nice if I just had a low-cost blocker in my hand, though. But I guess if he tries to commit a bunch of Donna swinging into this, I don't really mind. Yeah, I think I just go 7-9 at life. Probably play the Kyros next turn. What are the other bad matchups? For Usopp, honestly, I don't know. I think you do pretty decently into Doflamingo, which is nice. I honestly don't know what else is supposed to be like a bad matchup. I think Shanks is supposed to be bad, and I think maybe Purple Luffy are supposed to be bad. I'm not 100% sure, though, honestly. This turn would have been sick if I had the one thing. The Gum Gum King Kong. Oh, nice. Give us 3 cards. I'm a huge fan of you giving us 3 cards. Restock Stan Luffy swing at Absalom. Oh, I forgot he could swing at Absalom. Yeah, you're 100% right. I should have swung at the Absalom. For sure. But let's just imagine I swung at the Absalom and he I forgot this dude could attack active characters. This is my bad. Let's just imagine he gave us the counter for it anyways. Yeah, bro, I will happily take the draw. Thank you. Who knows if he's read our leader? He might not have. I think we're in a pretty dominant position here. It's pretty tricky for him in 2 cards to with 2 cards in hand for him to remove this other than attacking into it. And if he wants to spend his whole turn attacking into this thing, I'm really not mad about it. Yeah, see, like, he does get it, but it's like, sure, I guess. Yeah, I don't really care about this anyways. Honestly, you're just making it easier for my leader effect to proc later. Surely it's swing 5 into this. Heroes, bounce this, and then blocker, and then pass, surely. Yeah, deck is super cool. Deck is super cool, so I get it why people are learning it. Deck is sick. I think I'm down to take this. I think we're at a stage of the game where going down to 2 is fine. Nice, he found his gecko. That's cool. I don't think that's too big of a deal for us, admittedly. We're gonna be... Yeah, he's not gonna be able to remove this Kyros. He could potentially remove this, but it will replace itself anyways, so I don't really care. Okay, he's not going for that route. Does he have a second gecko? No, he's just grabbing a piranha. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think we pop this. I think we for sure play Rebecca. We play this one standing, this one rested. We pop this, and we can swing into this with this. I think that sounds good. So, ooh. There's a world where I play the Cavendish. Yeah, I'm for sure supposed to play the Cavendish active, Zoro rested. I pop this, I swing into this, I get to draw 2 trash. Ooh, that was a nasty draw off the Rebecca. Alright, he conceded anyways. We take those. Finding games in Eastern format is so impossible, though. Especially when OP Bounty is just trash. Also, new robe. Anyone see this? First time on the channel, the blue robe is being featured. Shouts to my girlfriend, Abby. Got me this for the 1,000 subs. Ooh, blue robe featured for Eastern content from now on. Red robe for West? Okay. Okay. Okay, I like the call out. I like the call out. Yep. I think that's a good call. Oh my god. OP Bounty is so shit. Shoutouts to the makers of OP Bounty though. Seriously, they're doing God's work. Other than the fact that it never works. Okay. We're back, I think. We're back. What are people most excited for? Are people really liking OP9 currently? Are we looking forward to OP10? Are we in the OP10 weight room at all? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. I kind of really enjoy OP9. But I think I enjoy it for very different reasons than the community enjoys it. I think the community really enjoys it because they're like, oh, it's such a diverse metagame. You can play so many different things. And I think I enjoy it because they believe that. It is not at all the opinion I hold personally. But I'm really glad that everyone else feels that way. It's actually crazy, though, that I have to, in order to see the chat, I have to look at my own thing. Yeah. Yeah, you like it because you main Dofi. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you main Shanks, or, like, you're one of the people who you're like, oh, I feel like you can play so many different decks. I can play my Shanks deck. I just don't get it, dude. High roll Luchi after missing Yvonne on curve and almost won. He has 1k counter. Yo, Captain Levi, you should teach me Betty. I want to learn Betty for real. Enjoying OP9, love this meta and the competitive play, but OP10 has some really cool decks cards coming out. I'm also a BB main, so I can't wait for Kuzan. Alright, have you been practicing OP10? Let me know. What's more important, the Kuzan or the Liberation? Because in my mind, the Kuzan is like the objectively better card. Like, Kuzan is so crazy. But to me, the Liberation, I feel like, is probably the card that makes the Dofi matchup playable, right? So to me, the 6 cost event almost seems more important in theory. But I haven't played it. I haven't tried it or anything. Just from watching some Eastern games, I just kind of feel like that's the vibe I get. Um, I think some people are also enjoying it because when you high roll, it's dopamine rush. I agree. But I also think that that's been the case for a while now. Like OP7, I feel like felt that way. 7.5. Maybe 8 felt like that, not as much. That's true. Maybe OP8 didn't have that in the same way. But 7 and 7.5 for sure that existed. I think Liberation makes the bad matchups okay, but Kuzan inherently creates some crazy combos and pluses. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like Kuzan is clearly the more broken card, um, but I feel like what matchups do you think Kuzan swings? Like, is there like how do you think Kuzan affects his matchup spread? Like, I think he's really good, but like I mean, I don't know. I haven't tested the card yet. I just kind of wonder if how much he really changes the deck. Like does he swing the Dofi matchup? Does like what does he do for you really other than be really good? But like you can be really good and not actually like solve any problems. Dude, I hate queuing for Eastern. It takes forever. Um Kuzan by far, yes. The Liberation definitely makes the Dofi matchup easier and lets you kind of slow play it. But with Kuzan, you can keep grabbing Augur from trash and using it with Doc to keep KO. How do you feel about Usopp Leader now that you are playing it? I have exactly one game under my belt with him, and he seems really fun. Keep KOing Dofi's board. Yeah, for sure. I'm just like, do you feel like okay? Let's say Liberation didn't come out in OP10, and it was just Kuzan. Like, how much do you think the deck really changes? Its matchups. Like, do you think the matchup actually gets better versus Dofi? Do you think there are other matchups he struggles with where the Kuzan helps swing it? I don't know if he increases any matchup spread specifically the way Liberation does, but Kuzan creates so much more consistency. I imagine it's around 5%, 10% better than when it was in most matchups. Okay. I could see how Kuzan definitely helps consistency, but the thing is, from my perspective, an outsider looking in, I was kind of under the impression that Blackbeard was already the most consistent deck in the game. Like, obviously, Dofi is super consistent, but, like, Blackbeard has 12 searchers. I feel like literally anything they need, they find it every game. Um, but I haven't played the deck enough, so maybe I'm just misguided on that. It'd be banned by... BB would be banned by now if it consistently beat Dofi. I don't think it would be banned yet, but it would be bannable for sure. Dofi is really the only thing... No, it's okay. I think, yeah, we would be living in a crazy world if Dofi didn't exist, by the way. All the people who want Dofi to be banned, I don't know if they really understand the ramifications. Like, people who want Dofi banned, I don't know if they know how much of a hellscape there is in a world without Doflamingo. Like, there would be nothing in the world to gatekeep Blackbeard. There'd be nothing gatekeeping Purple Luffy. Like, these decks would just go crazy, man. Where's my water? Alright, well, this is just not real. I've never even seen this leader in my life. What? Dawn -4 for a blue leader? What are we talking about here? Oh no, they DC'd after all that Q. Okay, but keeping it a buck, was this... I know that the game didn't have all 6 colors, when it first released. Was this leader printed before purple? I don't really understand. What does he do? Don -4, return up to one character with cost of 5 or less to the owner's hand. Yo, so this is like RP law, but you don't get to play a character and it's more expensive, and also you're not playing purple, so you have no way to ramp. Huh. Honestly, this would be kind of an interesting leader if he was purple. Literally never seen that in my life. A control meta would be so boring. I agree, the deck is crazy consistent. I mean, the way you can choose a Burgess or a Van Augur for specific game states without investing extra Dawn, and they're almost always guaranteed to be there late. Game first to search, late game when you're playing off of chance. Yeah, I agree. The Kuzan's a crazy card. There's no doubt about it. I think anyone, the day they read it, they were like, yo, why did they print this? It feels a little too strong, probably. But I think the card's cool. It's the alt art is like crazy, yo. The alt art is so good. I really want. I play min rarity. I'm a min rarity warrior. But I would rock if I was playing Blackbeard. I would consider investing in those alt arts just because they look so sick. And Kuzan's one of my favorite characters. He's sick. A control Crocodile was semi good in Whitebeard meta, but the problem was that it lost to Zoro. Okay, word. Yeah, I don't know anything about that prehistoric boomer time, to be honest. Anything that happened before Sokka, like I didn't even play during Sokka, but I have a small grasp on what the game looked like during Sokka. But anything before that was like, you could convince me anything. You could say any deck did anything, and I would be like, all right. I'm a mix min max rarity. Got all my Altart Jinbeis. Yeah, Altart Jinbei looks really good. Honestly, most of the Dofi Altarts look really nice. Just for me, it's not something that I prioritize. Oh, the Usopp mirror. Alright, chat. How do we win the Usopp mirror? Do I even want to go first or second? I'm kind of glad he won the die roll, because I don't even know if I'm supposed to want to go first or second. Chose to go first? That makes sense, right? Play Rebecca on 7 seems good. This hand seems kind of buns. This hand seems way better. Seems infinitely better, actually. Alright, he's got Rebecca on 1. Alright, he got the Coliseum. Alright. Let's go ahead and start with Leorio. We'll rest leader. What do we want to grab here? So we're going to 4 next turn. I think we probably want to be discarding this Leo a lot of the time. I think we're going to want something for our 6th Dawn turn. So I think we for sure want to grab this Cavendish. And then maybe we grab the 2K or the blocker. We don't have any 2K, so I lean towards grabbing the 2K. And then I think we just discard the second Leo. I think so. And we'll play stage. And then we'll pass. I think this is like pretty close to perfect. I think. I think we're for sure playing Zoro on 4. And then probably Cavendish on 6. If he has something sideways we can swing into would be ideal. Okay, so he's playing his own Leo. He's also finding kind of perfect curve here. So if I take, I'll go up to 7 cards. Am I ever supposed to counter this first attack? Just to make sure that my leader effects are always live. I also kind of don't want to play Cavendish because, well, I guess he can't just Zoro it for free. So maybe I just put down the Cavendish and I play the Zoro the following turn. What deck list am I running? I'm literally just running the winner list. I typically, when I'm learning a deck, I'll always try what works for people. I'll just play exactly their list card for card. I think something a lot of people do is they look at a list and then they try to tweak it a little bit, and I think that's a little misguided. I think you tweak it after you try it, not before. Dang, so he got the Zoro and the Kyros. Low-key, I almost feel like it's correct to counter this, but we'll not counter it for now and just see how it treats us. Alright, picked up another stage. We'll swing 5 and play the Zoro, or the Cavendish. And then pass there. I mean, for sure, I'm countering whatever he swings this turn. For sure. For sure. Hopefully he forgets that my Cavendish is +1 and he tries to... Yeah, the goat. The goat on Usopp. Soupy a dig. I recognize your name. Soupy, do you play High Ladder? Why do I recognize your name? Were you in a video really recently? Or maybe we played yesterday? Also soup and sandwich. I do. What do you play? Did we play literally yesterday? Like, your name is really familiar to me. Did you cook me? I lost a lot of games yesterday. I feel like you cooked me. Yesterday was like the worst ranked day. Dofi and Luchi, not likely yesterday, no. Okay. I feel like we played like crazy recently. Your name seems so familiar to me right now. Oh, shiest. I should have kept this for sure, right? To KO this Zoro. Also, honestly, I feel like it's not even correct to KO either of these with the Zoro, right? Like, I don't even want him to have them in trash. Do I ever just play this Sabo so that way he can't bounce my shit? I kind of think I'm supposed to just play this. Would be removed from the board by your opponent's effect. You may instead return this character to your hand. That way he can't just bounce my Cavendish for free. But he's just going to swing into the Cavendish anyways. Yo, thank you. I'm just going to say Dominic. I mean, the thing is, if I turn this sideways, it's going to die regardless, right? So I can play this and it doesn't matter. Like, he'll try to bounce this. I bounce this back to my hand and then he just swings into this, so it doesn't matter. Going second feels like crazy buns in this matchup. I almost want to just swing 8-9. Let's see how he reacts to this 8. If he takes, I honest to goodness might just swing 9. Ooh, the Frankie's nice, actually. The Frankie is nice. Okay, we probably just play Frankie. I mean, the Frankie just gets bounced anyways. The Frankie deadass just gets bounced 100% of the time on his 7th on turn. I actually think I'm just supposed to go 8-9. Genuinely, Genuine take, I think we just go 8-9. The Frankie just gets bounced. Yeah, yeah. Shout outs Penny. She's the GOAT. We're gonna get a pupper cam one of these days. Alright, and I feel like him having 8 cards in hand is probably kind of annoying for him. Like, we know he has a Rebecca in hand, too. Because, like, there's no way he ever gets rid of this Rebecca if he didn't... Or, I guess he milled that one. Never mind. But he just always has a Rebecca anyways. Like, he's searched... Yeah, see? Like, he always had it. Like, he goes Kiros plus... I don't know what the other card is going to be, actually. It could be anything. I think, ideally, he should want it to be a Frankie. A Cavendish is also reasonable. So now I spend my turn doing the same thing back to him. He swings 5, 6. I counter both of these for sure. Surely I'm never countering with the Frankie, right? Like the Frankie's way too good. I'm just giving him double 2Ks. Which feels not ideal, but it's fine. Ooh, this could end up being very relevant. So I think I'm bouncing this. I'm swinging 10 at this. So I'm just swinging 5 at life here. I feel like that sounds pretty reasonable. And I think I just play my Cavendish rested. Yeah, I think we just start with a 5 here. Swing with Cavendish first so you could draw something out. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. In class, so can't watch the stream, but congratulations on the sub goal. Love Usopp too. Def gonna switch to him in OP10. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of people, at least at the start, who experiment with Usopp. I think he has a lot of things that we haven't really seen in a while. So we're always bouncing this. And then we're always swinging 10 here. And he's going to have to give us 3 cards to protect. Nice. Usopp's really cool, so definitely makes sense. Yeah, though, speaking of the giveaway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double giveaway. I'm going to do one that's, like, free to enter. I'm not 100% sure what that's going to be like. I have, like, a bunch of sealed product that I'm down to do. Yo, this swing is kind of annoying, bro. It's kind of annoying. We just have to give it 2K. It feels so shiced. I have a bunch of sealed product that I have just kind of sitting around, so it might be like a box. Dude, this is so cringe. Can I ever go down to 1 here? Because the other thing that I don't want to have happen is for him to swing into my Kiros. Maybe it's okay for me to go down to 1. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Damn, my whole board is gone. I can't even counter out of this because I used 2K already. Shiced. You got the blocker on me. I can KO this. And then I can play my Frankie. And then I can swing into this. I think that's probably worth. I think that's probably worth. Get rid of that. Now, am I swinging 5 or 4 into this? Maybe it's just 4 and then I can swing 7 into life. Or wait, I can actually swing this. Yo, this deck's broken. Yeah, my bad about that. Sorry. And do I even swing this turn? 5-6 takes the same as 7. So I think I just swing 7. He has to give me 2 cards. And then I can play my Frankie. Yeah, I feel like him having the 7-9 on board is still really bad for us, but this is not the worst position in the world. Like, we're up in a life. We also are the aggressor here. Our King Kong gun is going to go crazy at some point. I just need to find a turn to play the Luffy. Maybe it was supposed to be this turn. I think maybe I was supposed to play the Luffy this turn, actually. I think we just give that. I think we can just give that and draw a card. Nice, another Frankie. That's cool. I think I almost for sure was supposed to play the Luffy this last turn. Yeah, now he's setting up on my ass. Shiest. Alright, I think I'm dead. I think I'm legit dead. But actually, he doesn't have a blocker on board. Maybe we just YOLO try and kill him. It's not the worst plan that's ever happened. We don't have a Rebecca in trash. That's kind of annoying. So you guys swing at the Rebecca or the blocker? He's gonna swing at the Rebecca. Okay. Yeah, okay, so he was scared of dying this turn. Okay. Honestly, maybe I just try to take board back with this Luffy. I think I'm okay with that plan, honestly. I think that's not a bad plan. I think I can poke 5. Oh, he gets a draw, so I should have maybe swung into this one first. Still getting used to this whole Usopp thing. Kind of think this actually doesn't get through a lot of the time. Yeah, I'm running 2 of the Luffy. Yeah, I think that was the play captain. But I think I did it in the wrong order. I think I was supposed to swing at this before I swung at this. For sure. Oh, didn't matter though. We're good. I love the fact that he's starting with that. That feels good. Thank you for starting with that, good sir. Does this just character or leader? Just character? I'm assuming it only says character because when they first printed it, it was supposed to be for, what's her name? Oh, is he gonna do it and then swing over my dude? Oh, okay. I'm super fine with that. I'm okay with countering out of that. And if he wants to swing 9 at it, I'll counter again. But he can't even, like, if he does that, he has to have so much counter in hand. So there's just no way he's ever doing that. He would have to have so much, like literally infinite. What is he? Why did he do it that way? So like his next play is to play Frankie, swing 5 at life. Maybe I take that one. And then I think I play my... Do I play my own dude and swing at his board? So he swings 5, I take. He plays Frankie. Yeah, it was weird that he took the 5. Ever think you'd run more than 2? Honestly, probably not. So far, I've seen it both games. I feel like this deck has a ton of card draw and a ton of searching. Like you have 7 searchers in this list, I think, and you're also drawing an extra card like every turn. So I don't think... Did he even have enough to restand the Luffy? Yeah, he had enough. I guess I should be while I'm... Since Q takes so long. So he plays the Frankie. What's even our play after he plays the Frankie and swings 5? I think we take, but taking does feel hella bad. So maybe I'm not supposed to take. We would have drawn the Cavendish for turn. Huh. Do you like 2 Red Rock? If anything, I wanted to go down. I think the reason it's in the list is for the Blackbeard. But I don't know. Maybe it's good. I feel like I didn't see him play it at all in any of the matches that I watched. I wonder if there's like an interview with him somewhere to ask him about stuff. Like, I'm sure it's not in English, but even the translated version I'd like to digest. Like, if he talked about his list somewhere on Twitter, or if there's an interview somewhere. If anyone knows of anything like that, let me know. Or if he wrote like a note or whatever. Oh, nice, new game. Still kind of new to the game, like about a month. Haven't tried Bounty yet. Think it's worth it. Feel like sometimes the sim without it can be wacky with your matchups. I definitely think Bounty is worth it. Yeah, I mean, most of my... I never play casual for the most part. I think casual or like unranked, like is unserious. People just DC. No one takes it seriously. So it's like, if you're really trying to like improve, I think either you have to play like IRL or like with people who are actually trying to get better, or you have to play sim. I think playing on the sim but unranked is like a complete waste of time, honestly. If the goal is to get better. If the goal is just to like have some fun, like absolutely it's a great way to do it. Like the whole reason why I haven't played Usopp yet is like you couldn't play him in competitive, right? I don't think. So but back to the giveaway thing. My current plan is to do like a 2 giveaways basically for the 1,000 subs. I'm gonna do one that will be like some sort of sealed product. I don't know, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna be yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. It might just be like a box of something, or it might be like some tournament packs or something. I'm really... It might be one of my Shirahoshis. I really don't know what it's gonna be yet, honestly. It might just be something small. I'm really not sure yet. And then the second one is going to be actually for the people I've coached. So far I've actually coached like 2 people. But I've had, I think, 5 or 6 people who reached out and said like they're going to book in the next couple weeks. So I think for that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to for those people, I'm gonna do like the same sort of lottery giveaway. Um, and I'm gonna give it a few weeks, so I'll make an actual official announcement somewhere on the channel at some point. And what I'll do is there'll be the first giveaway, which will be just for like anyone. I'll like have people comment on the video, and it'll be like a lottery. And then for the second one, it will be anyone who has like actually booked a coaching session with me before like a certain date, like I imagine like middle of February or something like that. Um, and then that person I will pay for their first month of Impact's Metafy group. This is something I haven't talked too much about the channel, but it is something that I am a part of. Impact has this group. It's $200 a month. It's limited to only, I think, like 15 people or 10 people or somewhere in there. There's not that many people in there currently. And basically we meet up like once or twice a week, and we just like, we chit chat a lot about the game, and we kind of do like group coaching sessions and stuff like that. To me, this is like really good bang for your buck, like $200 a month. I actually think it's like, if you're really trying to get good at the game, I think really it's best for people trying to learn Doflamingo right now. Like whatever deck Impact is maining, I think is probably the best deck to do it. If you're gonna join this sort of thing. But yeah, I think because like my coaches very clearly want to get really good at the game, I think that this would be a good giveaway for them. So I think, shout outs to Impact. I think that's kind of what I'm planning, is like one part will be like just free for like anyone, all the viewers, and then the second part will be like just for the people that I've coached. Did this get canceled? It did. God damn it. But the official announcement for that will come sometime soon. After I have the freaking Discord server built too. Someone will build it for me surely. Alright, we got the teach. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be kind of heinous. I really like that we have this in our hand. But I feel like this is a matchup where we really want the Cavendish and we really want the 1-drops, right? Like, this is dead for sure. We're never getting this effect off. The Frankies are pretty good, though. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Keep or mulligan? Maybe we'll try the mulligan. Alright, I think this is way better. We're always grabbing a Frankie for sure. And I don't really know if he's going to cut off my effects next turn or not. So I kind of just want to grab this. I think it's probably safest. I actually think kind of regardless of what I grab, I'm supposed to discard. So I was actually supposed to grab the Rebecca 100%. It's fine. Feels like a mole. Yeah, I agree. This is the best starting hand? Nice. Nice. Surely I won't lose then. Surely I won't lose. I think I was for sure supposed to grab Rebecca, though. I think Frankie was for sure one, and I think Rebecca was the second one. Okay, he's already got the 10 cost teach. Got the Kuzan. Dude, the base art for this card looks weak. But the alt art, holy. So we got rid of a Shuryu. Streets are saying that the 4 cost of this card is kind of nice. Liberation, yeah, good. Okay, I'm going to read this for the first time. Okay, up to one of your opponents. The original 6 and one with 4. Okay, so they have to have 2 or more characters less than your opponent. Okay. So there has to be a discrepancy. Low key, is there ever a world where I'm supposed to go 5-5? Because I'm going to have the extra Dawn to float for this next turn anyways. And there's a world maybe where if I don't play something, he like rests a dock Q and then it's something for my Cavendish to swing into. Yeah, I'm like in the 5-5. Let's run it. I don't necessarily need him to know that I have the Colosseum yet. Nice, he took both. Cool. Darn, don't get the draw. Unfortunate. Cool. Like, see, I'm thrilled that he's playing Lafitte. Thank you for letting me have a Cavendish effect. Alright, not thrilled he's playing 2, but... I mean, I think for sure I'm always supposed to swing into both of these this next turn. I think, like, there's no doubt. I swing into one with leaders, swing into the other with Cavendish. Always play stage on 5 against Blackbeard for that reason. Yeah, makes hella sense. I assume this is going to come up crazy. I think these two, I assume, are going to be crazy at some point. You definitely don't need that. He still hasn't leader affected yet, which is kind of interesting. He picked second. Was that even correct? I feel like he was probably supposed to choose first, right? Or am I tripping? What's Cav effect? It gets to, when attacking, draw 2, trash 1. Which is like crazy. They start from 7? Okay. That makes sense. So he can't even liberation here, which is kind of nice. I feel like a lot of the time he's just gonna play the Kuzan. I feel like Kuzan makes a lot of sense here. I guess it's also possible he could... Yeah, I'm not sure. That's why you needed something rested on his side. Yeah, I needed to be able to swing into it with the Cavendish to get the draws, the filter. This card is so nice, by the way. I like this card so much. Like, I think my favorite thing in the game is drawing cards. Drawing cards is just really fun, in my opinion. Which is part of the reason why I've flirted with Ploofy so much. Surely we just take this. I have to imagine there's no risk in taking this. Oh, Saj. What was that, the finger pistol? Yeah. Tough. Maybe I was supposed to counter, knowing that if he plays Kuzan, you easily out him with Luffy. Oh, you're right. You're right. So I have 7 Dawn here. I'm just always playing the Luffy, right? Surely I'm just always playing this Luffy. Skiller, what's up? Do I play this Luffy? Let me know. I'm just gonna let it rip. You can play Barto and Frankie. Really? That's better than establishing the... Even when he has Liberation in hand? Doesn't he just pop both for... I feel like it's gotta be Luffy. Surely. Surely it just has to be the Luffy. Because doesn't he just Liberation it if I try to play those two? Yeah, I think it has to be the Luffy. Yeah. He has the Liberation in hand. So, like, feels way too free for him to remove both. I think Luffy is much better, avoids Liberation, and can swing into whatever he plays next turn twice. Yeah. And if he doesn't remove it, yo. I guess our trash is actually looking pretty light, so. Needing the 15 cards for the double attack, I feel like there's probably some times where it's a little awkward. Dude, I wish Usopp gave Straw Hats +1 as well. Both Dressrosa and Straw Hats. Oh my goodness. Bro, if you could play the 5 Black Sanji in this deck, it would be so nice. It would be so nice. Like, you don't need the draw off both if you just did the +1. I feel like that would still be fair and balanced, and it would allow you to play the Black Sanji. Like, I don't understand why we're printing a black-blue Usopp, and you can't actually play any, like, actual, like, Straw Hat cards in it. You can only play Dressrosa cards in it. Just weird champ to me. Alright, just don't remove my Luffy. Alright? Don't remove my Luffy and we can be friends. I think the Sanji would be so good, man. Fluff. I can't counter this. 8 is actually such an annoying swing. 8 is like an unbelievably annoying swing. I have to take this, right? There's no way I'm giving that many cards out of my hand. Like, giving 3 cards seems like so uber bad. But, like, if I don't counter out of this, I'm going to start next turn with 9 cards. I feel like I'm never getting leader effect ever again if I take this. Dude, why can't I have 2 2Ks? It's fine. Yeah, just take. Alright, bet. I just feel like it's annoying to have so many cards in hand. Like, I'm just not getting leader effect, right? What's he even doing with 5 Dawn here, though? Seems whack. Okay. Do I even have to swing into this, or do I just ignore this? I kind of feel like I just ignore this. I feel like I just ignore this, swing 6, swing 7, and, like, play double characters, like maybe double Frankie. Like, I feel like I literally just ignore this. Like, this just seems shit. Like, is he ever... Like, I'm for sure ignoring it. I'm for sure ignoring it. Low key, I almost want to go crazy right now. Like, I kind of want to swing into his life 3 times, put him to 0, play 1, like a Frankie, I kind of want to start with like a 7. And then 4. And then I can go 10 twice. Or I can go 10 and then 13 twice. That feels kind of demonic, bro. That feels kind of demonic. Like, I feel like he's scrambling. I'm gonna try that, I think. Is it 10, 13 twice, I think? So I need 3 and then 4 for the Frankie. And then 2. So I guess it is only 7. Alright, yeah, it's just 7. Oh, he took. Alright, so we just YOLO for sure with the event, right? Like he's just fucking fried. I think for sure. Oh my god, I don't have 7 in trash, bro. I don't have 7 in trash. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A blunder for the ages. I should have countered last turn. Holy fuck. I didn't see it either. I didn't see it either. Oh my goodness. Yo. Oh my god. This game is going to be so much harder now. Oh my god. Oh. It's okay. He's going to swing before he leader effects. And then we'll get the Frankie, grab the thing, surely. Oh, brother. Yeah, it was so good if we had 7 cards in trash, but we didn't. Generational fumble for real. I think I just 1K out of this, right? For sure. No, I do not have enough in trash to double swing Luffy. Hard punished. Yeah, 7 Becca was useless. I mean, they're both useless. I think discarding either one was fine. I think I for sure want to play 2 4s this turn. Do I swing 7? Or I could just swing 5. He gives me a card, I stop swinging. He doesn't give me a card and he blocks, then I can swing. If I swing 7 and he blocks, I don't really want to swing this. I think it's maybe just 6. Try and take a 2K. How many 2Ks has he gone through? 1, 2. Only gone through 3. I feel like I want to swing 5. And then he either gives me a card or he blocks. If he blocks, I'm pretty happy about it. If he gives me a card, that's fine too. Yeah, I think 6 is fine. Little Rebecca. Oh, because you could have played 3 bodies. Yeah. You're right. I should have kept this for sure. For sure, I should have kept that. You're 100% right. Don't think I ever play this, but I would have for sure played Becca. I feel like we're still in a pretty decent position, honestly. Like, he has to freeze our Luffy every turn for the rest of the game. If he misses a single turn, we just win on the spot, I think. I don't even know if he necessarily, like, is in love with the idea of swinging this turn. He also has to give us a card every turn for leader effect. I mean, does he really? Like, what on plays is he, like, actually scared of? He maybe doesn't have to leader effect anymore, right? Like, what on plays even matter? I feel like we're really looking for Red Rock. Red Rock, I feel like, wraps this game up. Okay, we'll draw. Frankie, bring back this and this. We don't get any on plays, but that's okay. So I guess he does get to swing this into this. So he actually does get the trash too. He swings into these. I think that's fine. We drew this, which is kind of nice. So we can play 3 characters again next turn. I think that's fine. He probably just leaves this standing, which is cool. Yeah, you can filter your hand. I don't really care. I don't even think there's anything he can really do with 3 Dawn at this point. Like, got rid of a stronger. He's kind of... He's going through his 2Ks. That's 2... 3, 4, 5? He's gone through 5 already? Okay, he does have the Vasco shot. Slightly annoying. I guess that would be a reason to stop the on plays, so I can't KO this. Also, I guess he had to do it to stop the Frankie from bringing stuff. Ooh, that seems like a really good draw. I mean, surely I'm just doing this, right? Maybe it's bad. But draw 2 feels hella nice. I'm doing it. I don't care what chat says. I'm doing it. Oh, brother, please block out of this. I mean, I'm supposed to swing 5 here first before I do this, but I got excited. Play your 2-drop blocker and swing at Vasco for the meme. Oh yeah, this can actually swing at this if I wanted to. I just remembered this isn't even frozen. Dude, I trolled. What am I doing? It's all good. It's all good. He can never block here. Yo, I'm trolling like crazy this game. I think we go 7. I actually had maybe not guaranteed lethal, but I had a good setup. Definitely trolled this game, but it's all good. Yeah, I think there's no... Even with my trolling, I think there's no way I lose. I mean, swinging 7 and restanding this feels pretty good, no? Nice. And since he took, I don't even have to swing this necessarily. Or I could say, fuck it, 7-9. If I go 7 and he blocks, and then I go 9 and I take 3 cards out of his hand. And let's say he like swings and then he swing. I feel like 7-9 is perfectly reasonable. Okay, cool. He could not counter out. Easy win, even with the fumbles. Alright, chat, how do we get to 2,000 subs? What do we do to make the channel better? Yo, Jonas wrote a Dofi guide for Clyde's Patreon. Do we read that right now? Chat, is it BM if I pull it up? Is it BM for me to pull it up on stream? Alright, YOLO. No one tell Clyde. No one tell Jonas. We're reading it on stream. Finish 6th, yeah. And overall one, yeah. Yep, okay, we know he's good. Alright, I know why to play Dofi. That's fine. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, really the only changes between his one list and then the Latin list was he added an extra teach. He got rid of one of the pronas. My opinion on this, crazy troll. Perona is so broken. I know a few of the really good Eastern players were also doing this. I think Perona is like unbelievably broken. I don't really understand. I don't get this. Genuinely, I don't get this. I think pretty much everything else about the list is exactly the same. He still didn't play Jozu, which I also think is troll. But obviously he is way better at the game than I am, so probably listen to him. Don't listen to me. Okay, so he did... This is like a version he's trying with Jozu. What did he get rid of? He got rid of one Gecko and I think a 2K is my guess. 4. No, he didn't get rid of a 2K. What did he get rid of? One of the... Oh, he got rid of one of the perfumes. Okay, I get it. I also prefer one perfume, but I will say whenever you play versus Luchi, it feels a lot worse with only one. I believe it's best to build extremely aggressively due to the fact that you need to attack 7k leader to consistently use your lead. 2 to 4 sizable attackers in play. The best default strategy with this deck is to attack for 7, occasionally 6 and 5 as much as possible. 4 and 9 encapsulates on your and put your opponent on the back foot. Based on that, I end up using a very attracted towards playing a very large quantity of 4 cost bodies compared to first. Looking for top cards with bug and prone is super important. The second, I have a significant. Yeah, specifically, this is very impressed with 4 costs in a large quantities against Pluffy, Shanks. Yeah, I do think like 3 Moria feels really good. 4 if you can fit it, but I think it's like so hard to fit 4. I've played anywhere from 0 to 4. I do think having a lot of them feels really good though. Reboard build and generate card. Weevil is useful. Yep. Like first 2-3 turns, 5k bodies compared to some other tech cards you might be able to play. Jozu, Red Rock, Mihawk, yeah. However, I do acknowledge that BY Luffy, Bonnie, and the Mirror was hurting a little bit more now, so I ended up cutting cards like Jozu. Since I was only playing 2 tigers, I need to find either different strategies to aid in the matchup would be comfortable. Yeah. And while I do think that my Bonnie matchup and BY matchup, my matchup is slightly unfavored without any Jozus, since I'm able to reliably against good players without Jozu, I was condemned. Yeah. However, in future, with BY being a lot more rampant, with Eric and Cross, I would like to find space for a number of Jozus to help. Regarding my change between Orlando, the only change in my list was 4 teacher. Yeah. Just specifically like having 4 for the Doflamingo mirror. Yeah, for sure. Against BY, your teach is high probably for the Rock Loose is a great tool for a lot of 5k. Yep. Additionally, while playing with 4 Morias and teaches I have, the better it since I have a lot more characters to generate that card advantage to offset the card disadvantage of teach. Yeah, I do think Moria's is better the more teaches you have for sure. Is this even queuing? 5-minute queue? Holy shizai. Someone queue up east. So he thinks Luchi is neutral. I think this is probably close to true. I think it's maybe like 53 in favor of Luchi. I mean, the thing is, bro, Luchis have it so easy into you. Like, you have to play so perfect, and they can just do literally whatever they want. They can just click, but oh, troll. All right, back to the Patreon article. 50, yeah, high important cards. Jinbei, Weevil, 4 cost more. Yeah, I agree. You need as much gas as you can get. So, like, having these +1s really help. I'm surprised he didn't write Femur. I feel like Femur is, like, literally the most important card. I guess Jinbei, too. Matchup is probably one of the simplest ways to play, but one of the few matchups with Dofi where a large portion of the game, the pacing of the game is outside your control. It's a relatively fun matchup to play. Do not agree at all. Do not agree at all. Least fun matchup to play, IMO. We'll conclude. This reminds from the first video. Before talking about how Dofi should play the game, it might be easier to generally talk about how Luchi wants to play it to give some insight. They want to play Rebecca. Rebecca Brooke, Gecko. So that's all they care about. Those 3 cards. You can really want to get ahead as quickly as possible by trying to contest. Cards like 3 cost Brooke, Luchi, and even 5, 4 cost Body. This is an easy way to snowball the game. Then, after stabilizing the board with cards like Rebecca, Jack, and 8 cost more, Fluba, 7k swings, you try and close out the game before you run out of life and put yourself in range of Perfume Femur. Yeah. From the brief synopsis of how to address the matchup, the Dofi player definitely wants to have a generally very aggressive strategy in the matchup. Since Dofi doesn't want the ability to compete once the game... Ooh, sorry chat. We'll come back. This is not reading Jonas' Patreon stream. This is a Usopp stream, but we'll get back. Shoutouts Jonas, shoutouts Clyde. Definitely, you know, high praises to them. Great dudes. My bad if BM and if leaking Patreon on stream. It's okay, only 20 people are gonna see it anyways. Oh, what does this shitter even do? Discard a card from your hand. Play up to one cross guild type card from your hand. Dude, imagine if he didn't have to discard a card. Holy. I'm going second. I feel like, you know what? I'm pretty okay with this. I'm pretty okay with this. This Leorio is just simply going to find me the things I need to find. Seems that easy. He got the 6 cost Mihawk. What does this thing do? Draw 2, trash 1. Alright, cool. We're grabbing this, and I have to imagine we're grabbing this. But there is a second one of these, and there's no more of these, but like surely it's still just this. Yeah, and I think we're just always getting rid of this. Something for our Frankie to grab later. Eight. Yeah, I'll take. Oh, Saj. Are we playing the Cavendish or the Frankie here? Either way, we're swinging 5, right? What do you guys like here? You guys like the Cavendish or you like the Frankie? Does he have removal for his 5 down turn? Can he ever get rid of my Cavendish? I don't even know what this shitter deck does. I think I'm just going to rock with the Cavendish. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. You likely leaders the 7 cost blocker. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I think we're always using the Rebecca here. Gravity Blade? Or no, he discarded Gravity. I was like, how are we playing? Alright, so I'm doing the thing on this for sure, right? Wait, he gets to play 2? This plays something? Damn. Am I supposed to fucking red rock this shit? Like, surely, right? Yeah, it's not in English yet. Hopefully it never comes into English. We do not need cards like this to exist. Why would they even print a card that... Why would they even print it? I think I start with the little 5-er. He probably blocks, and then I red rock this, and then I swing 6. That sounds like a reasonable plan to me. Bro, surely you block this. Surely. Not blocking this is like crazy troll, right? There's no way you know that I'm gonna fucking red rock this. Red rocking this also gives him 1 less character on board, so that way he's further away from getting to play his 10-drop Luffy. Or his 10-drop, Really? Bro, you're a troll. 5 Cavendish is 5 cost due to lead. Oh, so I don't even give a fuck about this. Yo, that is a great call out. Oh, that is a great call out. Okay, thank you. Good call out. All right, we get rid of the blocker then. Honestly, phenomenal call out. I hear one of my roommates saying no to the dog. Concerned what Penny did. It's kind of annoying when he swings 8 into this. Am I ever supposed to counter it? Oh, he actually gravity bladed this time. That seems like a weird decision. I mean, for sure we're countering out of this. And he chose not to swing this? I'm not exactly sure why. But I'm not mad about it. Don't get it twisted. I am not mad at all. I mean, for sure this is just Rebecca, Luffy, rested Frankie. Unless I draw... Yeah, I did not. I mean, for sure it's just the Frankie, right? Like, this is just a fucking vanilla this turn, but in future turns it could be something. But also, he doesn't really play 4s. So maybe I do just play the Zoro. Because it's never getting an effect, and playing the Frankie standing later is nice. I'm just going to play this one. Wait, this can't attack at all? Oh, what the hell? Okay. That's sick. I'm so thrilled. Everything that I thought was going to be annoying about this card actually just didn't happen. What's even the point of it having 8k attack? Just give it like 0. I guess then it loses to red cards more, I guess. So I guess maybe the attack being relevant kind of matters. Why is he like holding a shoe? Well, like, what is going on in this art? I have no idea what this buggy is trying to accomplish. Yeah, this card does seem like it would be hella annoying for Dofi. But, like, also seems like it would be shit versus literally everything else. I guess, like, it helps you go a little bit wider for you to be able to play the 10 drop. Because it has to be 6 or less. If it could play another 7 and it could play this, that'd be cool. Why is he gonna play with this? I wonder what the significance of giving him 8,000 power is. Because, like, all the other cards seem to be, like, 7. I feel pretty content ignoring his board at this point. I think starting with a 5 is, like, fairly reasonable. I think going 6 and then 7 and then 7 and then playing this Rebecca seems pretty reasonable, and the Rebecca just plays Frankie. Hey, appreciate that, Bob. He countered, surely, yeah. I have 7 in here, right? Oh my god, I don't even have 7 in there. That's so cringe. Maybe I don't swing this, because I don't really want to put it sideways. I mean, he could probably bottom deck this with the buggy next turn, right? With the booger. So maybe I do it anyways. Yeah. I think just because I think there's a real threat of him removing it next turn. Even if I don't turn it sideways, I think it's like way... Kind of sad I countered with this. If I didn't counter with this, I think it's just game. I restand, I play it. I have 7 cards in trash. And then I restand this and I just swing huge. Damn. Unfortunate. Yeah, I could play over this, but that feels kind of neg. Like, if I play over this, I have 7 cards in trash. I can restand this and swing 7. Just don't think that's worth it, honestly. If we're playing Frankie, we swing. Yeah. We're always playing Frankie here for sure. Yo, shoutouts to RTY. Literally the reason the thumbnails are able to look not the worst ever is shoutouts to RTY. What did he even freaking do? Yeah, see, I knew he was gonna do this shit. Yeah, we draw, obviously. He swings at the rest of the sport. He didn't play a blocker. You just die. Yeah, sure, bro. He only has 1 more swing. Sure. Little tip for anyone. When you're going for game, if you have like a little 4-drop, like a pudding or a brook or whatever, always use it as a 5 swing because it demands a card. So it's really good if they have like a gum or if their hand is all 2Ks. It's always like swing the 5s. Don't do it if it's like a 3,000 power, but if it's 4,000 power, it's worth it. I know you mentioned played Yu-Gi-Oh! I just realized was your name inspired by DB Grinder. Yeah, shoutouts to Austin Collins, the GOAT. The channel really is completely inspired by the fact that when I was getting into the game at the very start of 07, I really wanted DB Grinder to exist. He made one video for April Fools like a while ago. That was called like OPTCG Grinder or some shit. Yo, I don't even know what this shit does. If you have a character, ooh, yep, you too. If you have a character with Doflamingo 6,000 power or more, set up to 1 of your Dawn is active. That's cool when you're... Alright, we'll just figure it out. This seems cool, though. Red and purple is a cool color combination, in my opinion. Is this hand keepable? Being able to pop whatever they play on 4 on my 5 Dawn turn sounds kind of nice. Having this on 3 sounds pretty decent as like an upstart goblin / blocker. And we have this on 7. You know what? I'll keep. Maybe we're supposed to mull, but who knows? Anyone else think the volume is a little low? You know, I feel like I hear that really frequently, and I don't get it. Because I feel like every time I listen to my own stuff, and, oh, what the fluff? Who laughs at my family? Okay. Then place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And this lets her ramp, right? That's pretty cool. Dang. Well, just play a 4-drop anyways, please. Yeah, anytime I listen to my own volume or I have anyone that I actually know listen to the volume, they tell me it's fine. But I always get people in comments or whatever who are like, this volume is low. All right, chat, what do we think about blocking here? I feel like I really like blocking here, but I feel like it's very likely wrong. Because when we block here, like, we basically got a free counter. We get to, like, draw a card deeper. Like, maybe we're just supposed to take... What do you guys think? Any Usopp goats? No. I think you block. I'm down, dude. I'm down. That's how I feel, too. So I'm down. I feel like just staying at 4 life is pretty annoying for the opponent. Yeah, it's like we got a counter out of it for free, right? Ooh, and we drew the Leorio? That's nice. Okay, on KO, Dawn, if you're add up to 1 purple event from your trash to your hand. I mean, he's going to get to do that eventually anyways, so we might as well pop it. But I do also like the idea of going Leorio. I think we swing 5 first and see if she blocks or what she does. I think there's no harm in swinging 5 first. Alright. Do we actually care about KOing this turn? I feel like the answer is no. Like, is it better to just Leorio? Like, Leorio can find us like a Cavendish or a Frankie. Maybe you don't attack this leader early. I could see an argument where maybe you don't, but she's also kind of using a lot of cards from her hand. I think I'm down for the Leorio, right? Because we don't even have to play this. Like, I don't think playing this is that crazy here. Cavendish and Rebecca, surely, right? Surely. I'm down. And then we're always playing Cavendish this turn. The Zoro, potentially we could play next turn off the Rebecca. What's in our trash? That. I think I'm down to get rid of this and play this and pass. Sugar late game is actually so hard to get through, so it's nice to have more life. Pitch a 2K, it's fine. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, this card's sick. I don't remember what it does, but I remember thinking it's cool. On play, you may trash 1 event card from your hand, draw 2 cards. I love drawing cards. If you have 7 or more Dawn, set up to 2 of them is active. Yep, seems cool. I imagine this is also really cool in purple-green. Do we hate the counter here, or we're cool with taking? I feel like I'm cool with taking. Yeah, this is the list that the winner played. Just card for card. Ooh. Alright, does anyone know? Do I need this for any high drop later, or can I just bink this? Does anyone know? Do they play big characters that I need this for later? Or can I just bink it? Because binking it, I feel like, is pretty nasty, no? They run 10 cost Shanks. He plays a big Dofi. Alright, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. It makes sense. Purple decks, typically, they play some crazy big guys. Keep it, they got some big guys. Yeah, alright, down. Yo, just 3 Dawn at the end of your turn, casually? I feel like this is all working out pretty well. Do they have an event that can rest my dudes? Am I supposed to swing this first? They totally could, right? I'm gonna swing with this first, I think. Also, it lets me... How much do we care about KOing these blockers versus how much do we want a second Cavendish on board? I feel like second Cavendish on the board sounds really sicko mode. Yeah, there's a rest event. I knew it, bro. They always play some shit like that. Low-key, I'm feeling the second Cavendish instead of the Zoro. I guess we can always just pitch a Leorio. Yeah, we can always just pitch a Leorio. Having them in trash is nice anyways. Alright, choose. It gains plus... Afterwards, one of your opponent's leaders or characters gets minus 2,000. Oh, that's pretty cool. And you get one back. How do you even freaking do damage to this leader? They're crazy defensive, yo. Maybe it's just because I'm playing not a super fast deck. Also, I wish Rebecca could swap which one you play how. Like, I don't like that she forces you to play the big one active and the small one rested. I wish you could flip them, but it's fine. Like here, I would 100% flip them if I had the chance. Like, there's no reason for me to have this active. Cavendish is one of the strongest cards in the deck. Yeah, it's my favorite card in the deck, probably. You just swing a ton, they will run out eventually. She'll run. Yeah, she does kind of seem like she's going to run out eventually. I think we're pretty fine to take this. Honestly. Our board's looking pretty full. Alright, what does this dude do? Art is sick. Play a 5-cost character from your hand. You may rest one of your Dawn, add up to 1 active Dawn. Alright, that's fine. Opponent's turn once per turn. When does this trigger? It just says opponent's turn. When does he get to do this? We got quick effects now? It's when attacking? It doesn't say when attacking. It says opponent's turn. What are you guys talking about? It doesn't... Card is printed wrong. Okay. Okay. I was like, yo, do we got quick effects in One Piece now? We're swinging the Cavendishes first, surely, right? Okay, how much Dawn do we really need? Am I ever red rocking anything? Or do these not really matter that much? I feel like these maybe don't matter that much. Where's my Frankies, by the way? Surely I'm going to draw into a Frankie with these. Okay, so on my attack, okay. I feel like I want to start with a 7 here. But maybe I just start with a 6, just to see what the draws get us. Am I ever playing this to get rid of one of the Violas? It's possible. Hand actually has too much gas. You'd red rock the Dofi? Alright. Well, I probably should have done it before swinging then. Red rock the Dofi and then play this Bart. Alright. Do we still do it, or is it no longer worth since we already attacked? I'm down to still do it, honestly. Fuck it, let's do it. Alright, we get rid of one of these for sure this time. Do we actually care about playing the Bart here, or no? I feel like playing the Bart could be good. Just getting a blocker on board. I mean, surely eventually I'm just going to break through, right? Dang, he gets to KO this too. That's hella annoying. We gotta look for angles to KO these Violas because they let her grab from trash. But they grab from trash when they're KO'd, right? Has the deck been doing well? If you missed the Rebecca combo on curve, are the games difficult? I have not missed the Rebecca yet, is the good news about that. So far, I think we're undefeated. I could be coping, but I think we haven't lost yet. I don't know what the record is, like 3-0 or 4-0, something like that. Yeah, but catch them so they're not blocking and also grabbing the event. Oh, true. I think we're just always countering for sure. What are you doing with your last 2 Dawn? Oh, using it for events, obviously. Alright, so this is the turn I play this then? To KO this shit? And I feel like I'm supposed to swing into this, no? I think I'm down to KO this. Also, still no Frankies, by the way. I feel like a 5 at life with the Rebecca's a little annoying, but maybe I swing these first. Let's just, I'm down to feel this out. So much Dawn, bro. She's tanky. Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like I'm attacking every turn, and I'm not actually taking any cards out of her hand. Or do all of these... I'm not reading her events. To be honest, I haven't been reading them. Have they been drawing her cards? How has she stayed so card neutral so far? Oh my god, bro. Okay, so I can attach one here and get another. Surely we draw Frankie. Thank you. Blessed. Do we swing this just for the card draw? I think yes. But it's probably less important than swinging this. Is this going to stay minused until their turn? How long does it last? During this turn. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it being all small. This deck seems kind of annoying. I get to swing into this, which is kind of cool. Oh, the Viola is how he's kept so card neutral. Then if you have 5, draw 1 card. Okay, so also they have also been drawing cards. This deck seems cool. I'm down to try this deck sometime. It looks like it plays the game in a really unique way. It looks like she almost plays more on your opponent's turn than your own in some ways, which is kind of neat. I think that concept is probably underutilized. Common wisdom says we discard this. Because he's just never getting rid of our board, right? But I do think the idea of Rebecca comboing twice in the same game is really funny. But it's like, for sure, we just never actually get to play this. Also, I can't believe he gave us this, by the way. Fuck it. If we need it, we'll find another one. Deck plays 4. We've only seen 2, right? Or have we seen 3? We'll find another one. Do you watch the anime or read the manga for One Piece? When it was... like, back in, like, 2014, I was caught up on the manga in, like, 2014. I think it was, like, the arc before Dressrosa. I think it was, like, Punk Hazard, if I'm remembering correctly. And I enjoyed it, for sure. And then I kind of fell off the bandwagon. I think we counter out of this for sure. And I have been meaning to catch up ever since. I know, like, all the spoilers because, like, a lot of my friends consume it. Does Sugar ever run Roger? I have literally no idea. This is my first time seeing this deck. I mean, surely I just have to counter this again. I feel like this is annoying. I'm not a fan of him doing this, but it's fine. And then he swings this, and then we block and we go plus and our hand's back. Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. Take that. And then we get to play the Leorio. Oh my goodness. This deck is so cool. Yo, do we do this shit for the memes? I kind of want to, right? But it's also kind of troll. It's also probably kind of crazy, though, right? We, like, play this and Bartlow. I'm down, dude. I'm down. Oh, I have to trash a card. Guess it's one of these. Double attack's so good here. Yeah, I think so, too. Also, yo, I was not expecting to get 30 people in here. I thought we were going to have like 5. So shout outs to all of you guys. This has been hella fun. I thought I was going to stream for like 30 minutes. No one was going to show up. And then I was going to go play Marvel Rivals. But I'm actually having a lot of fun. Usopp is actually crazy. After seeing the past couple of games, I def got to start picking up the cards before OP10 comes out. Yeah, deck is super cool. Deck is super cool. Don't get it twisted. It's worse than Dofi for sure. But the deck is really cool. So how do we want to do this? We definitely want our Luffy to swing into this. We know that. I kind of want to start with a 10 at this. But maybe that's just wrong. It's probably just wrong because they play all these stupid events. 5 at life also feels kind of wrong to start with, but we'll give it a whirl just to see where we're at. I think it's wrong because they play... Oh, just gave me a card. Okay. Dude, I really want to swing 10 at this, but it's just wrong, right? Because they play all these weird events. There is no ban list in March. What are we talking about? I'm gonna have to catch up on these texts after this turn. I'm gonna try 10 here. See how it goes. Yeah, so that's the last event. So now I can play this Luffy. And I can swing 9 at this twice. At least once, right? I feel like this turn was maybe troll on my part. But we'll see. Like, he can't play no more events. Like, there we go. See, this is cool. So then we'll get to restand this at the end. So he can't swing into it. Oh, this should have been here. Whoops. Whoopsies. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. This was for sure supposed to be a Kidding Killer. Whoops. It's fine. We got it anyways. And then we'll restand this, and then he dies next turn, like literally every time, surely. Maybe restanding this is kind of troll. I don't think it really matters either way. And I'm going to be honest, I pick cards in my graveyard almost at random. Alright, let's see. Okay. This time is so perfect for my work schedule, to be honest. Yeah, if I stream, it will probably always be right around right now, to be honest. Like, my girlfriend comes home from work typically later in the day. I'm in Seattle, so I'm West Coast time. And she typically comes home around like 3. So then that's when I start hanging out with her. This is like the time of day where I do like the YouTube content, and I do like just playing One Piece. Shout out to the grinder. Pause. What's your prediction on the March ban list? I don't think there will be one. I really like the Yellow Kid. Hope you play it sometime. For sure. For sure. I think... Oh, dude. GG. Sorry, bro. I was reading chat. My bad, bro. Yeah, I think I'll probably try all the OP10 decks on stream at some point. This is just the one I'm most interested in, and will probably be the one most featured on the channel. Dude, you got some of the best vibes on YouTube for OPTCG, competitive but not sweaty vibes. Oh, don't get it twisted. I am sweaty as fuck. Bathrobe is iconic. Yep, shout outs to my girlfriend Abby getting me the new blue robe for the 1K subs. Someone said that the blue robe should be featured when we do Eastern content, and I think that was a great call out. I think the blue robe will be for the Eastern. No ban list in March. Completely agree. You think they leave Dofi untouched? See, the thing is, I don't think. So I think Dofi is at his peak in OP09. Like, I think OP09, he should be a tier 0 deck. But like OP10, I think he gets checked more. Because I think Usopp is a real deck that has like, from my understanding, like a pretty decent matchup. And then Blackbeard isn't as bad into Dofi. So I think like he shouldn't be as oppressive in OP10. And then even then, I think it's arguable maybe he's too good. But I think, and this is obviously a far prediction. No one has played with the cards yet. EBO2, I have to imagine Dofi is not as dominant in EBO2 because I think people overstate how hard the what you call it, the Enel matchup is right now. But I think when he gets that new card, it's gonna be freaking crazy. I think it's gonna be so hard. And people complain about the NL. I just played Jonathan Chow on the sim in a ranked game yesterday. Shout outs to Jonathan Chow. Seems like a really cool dude. I didn't realize it was him until he told me at the end. But we played and like he saw everything that the commenters ever say they want to happen that makes it so hard for Dofi. He did. Like he played like triple Gadatsu, double Yamato, popped my whole board nonstop. He full starved me. I had like 6 life at the end of the game. Everything that the commenters are always like, oh, the only reason that Dofi can ever beat Enel is because you're playing versus bad Enels. No, I played versus Jonathan Chow, and he did the things that everyone says they're always supposed to do, and I did still like crazy narrowly win. Like I'm not gonna lie, I dodged the bad triggers at the end, thank God. And he was 1k short. I did record it, but I'm not currently going to be sharing it. Maybe it will be on the channel at some point. I think it will be on the channel eventually, but not at the moment because there was, yeah, soon though. Shout out to Jonathan Chow though. So yeah. I think EBO2 though, I think Dofi is going to struggle versus Enel. For sure. That card is demonic. Oh, wait. I clicked west. Whoops. Let's see. Ban list. Do you think they leave Dofi in touch? Yeah, so I think EBO2 I think is going to make Dofi a lot worse. So I don't really know why we'd need a ban list personally. Also, even if I think that Dofi is like too good right now, like I think he is tier 0 in my opinion, or should be. The community doesn't agree. They're all happy coping on other decks. So, like, what do we need a ban list if the community doesn't even think we need one? How mandatory is that Luffy in this deck? I'm going to keep it a buck. All the lists in Asia, most of them don't play it, but I will say it has felt super good to me. I feel like for sure you should play 2. It's not run in some lists, but I think the card is bonkers. Yeah, I agree. W girlfriend. Yeah, she's in a couple videos. Also, she goes to every event. So if any of you guys have ever come said what up to me, like I had some people in Orlando come say what up. Will we see the robe at Dallas? No. But I will say if I win one of the pods in Dallas, I'm in pod B of both days. If I won one of the pods, definitely one of my regrets would be not wearing the robe. Enel is going to be back as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. BY isn't going anywhere in OP10 either, so Dofi is really contested. I know that you, RTY, I know you think that BY is really good. My personal opinion, my opinion is that BY is good, but is bait, bro. Like, so many BYs got cooked at Nats, like Chris Sock, Victor Pham, Clyde, like obviously the best BY players in the entire world, they got cooked at Nats because they just ran into decks like Ploofy. I think there's too many and like Blackbeard, right? So it's like I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, in my opinion. Um, like the deck is really good, and it does have a like very decent Dofi matchup. I don't think it's like insane. I guess we can see what does just real quick before we start up. What does Jonas say the matchup's like? We'll listen to the goat. Okay, he thinks it's slightly unfavored. Fair enough. I do also agree that it's slightly unfavored. Um, but I don't think it's like bad. I think it's like 55. Um, the mirror. Surely we take first, right? The last time we played the mirror, we got second because they chose first. And we did win, but I think first is better. I think this is a snap mulligan for sure. Oh my god, we're cooked. Deck list. It's just the winning Asia list. I can show it after this game, but it's pretty easy to see. Um, it's so weird coming from a different game because like Dofi is like not a bad top deck at all by like any stretch. With Enel, Law, BY, and Usopp, it's just a good deck. Wally, do you want to expand on what you mean by that? Like coming from a different game, Dofi is like not a bad top deck at all. Like, what do you mean by that? So Heliorio'd grab Kiros and Bart. Dude, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. I think we're swinging 6 and always playing this, I think. What would you recommend a new player focus on for, say, their first month of the game? Find a deck you enjoy playing that's good and play it a lot. Play it a lot. Because a lot of the game is knowing what all of the cards do, all the different decks. And really the only way to know that is by playing a lot, I think. I think we're just always blocking, surely. Get the fucking draw, right? All comes down to Dofi performs in OP10 in Asia, to be honest. Well, I mean, their 10 meta is like a wrapped up, and Dofi was pretty dominant. They're heading into 10.5. We'll see what 10.5 does. I think we want to play Leo and then Cavendish. I guess we forego a swing, but like I think it's probably worth it. Is it worth it to forego the swing for the Leo? Is it worth it to play the Leo here? What are we really looking for? We're looking for another 4-drop for our Rebecca. And I don't really think we're going to have a good turn to play the Coliseum as a thing. Yeah, we'll do it. We need another good 4-drop. This will get to pop the Bart, which is kind of nice. So I think I'm down to grab this and Frankie. And I think we just discard this Rebecca. Yeah, and then I think we play the cabin. And then we pass. I think this seems reasonable. Yeah, countering is definitely a hard part of the game. Okay, in both FAB and Magic. I don't know what FAB is, if you'll tell me what that is. The top deck tends to like hardcore smother the rest of the lower decks to the point of unplayability, which creates a meta of like 3 to 4 decks top. Dofi allows like 7 or 8 playable. I know I'm crazy in the minority opinion here, but I actually think the only reason that 7 or 8 decks seem playable is because the community copes. But I'm like very in the minority for that. So we're always popping this, right? Or are we playing our own Frankie? I feel like we're playing this off of our Rebecca. So if that's the case, we probably pop this before we swing. Because if we swing and he blocks, then we're losing a bit of value. And I think we're always bouncing this. Yeah, I think I'm down for that. Oh, there's the stage. Wait, I just remembered that we actually don't have... this. And do we still play this? I think we do. It's fine. Getting stuff in trash, yeah, like Milino Leorio there is nice. And then we'll draw 2 trash 1. I think we're always trashing this. Are we trashing the Rebecca? Frankie's like broken, right? But there's a world. Well, what are we getting to pop? I think we're always trashing this. We're never popping anything else anyways. All right. So some tips for countering that I really struggled with when I first came to the game, because I came from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think like the easiest thing for people who come from other games to struggle with is the countering, because it's such a unique thing for like, you know, Magic players or Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. My number one advice for learning how to counter is first, probably counter less than you think you should. Like a lot of new players just like spam the counter button all the time. And I think that's a mistake. Do I even counter this? I almost feel like I don't, because he can just swing into it anyways. I think this is a horrible swing on his part. I'm not even supposed to counter this. Yeah, you can have it, bro. Resolving 2 is busted. Okay. Don't discard Rebecca. Resolving 2 is busted if you get another Kyros. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to. I just felt like that was kind of a pipe dream, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I'm always playing like these 3 cards. So I kind of want to go like... But the thing is, I also don't really want to swing this Rebecca necessarily, because I don't want him to be able to swing his Rebecca into my Rebecca. I think I'm always playing these 3 cards. Do I want to play my own Rebecca, or is it worth it to swing 6 here? What's in his grave? Nothing even that interesting to grab back off the Frankie, which is kind of nice. Okay. I think we swing 5. They swing 7 at my 5K. Is my 5K going to give me 2 cards in return? Yeah, this is a great point. RTY is spitting facts right now. Definitely listen to him. I'll catch up on chat when it's not my turn. Oh, Flesh and Blood. Yeah. That makes sense. Nice. And the nice thing is now he also has 6 cards in hand, so he has to defend this. Alright, well, we found the Rebecca, but I'm going to be honest. I still kind of want to get rid of it. I guess we can get rid of this Rebecca. Like, this Rebecca's not doing anything. Yeah, I'm down to get rid of this Rebecca. Yeah, now he has to counter for that Frankie, which I guess he's fine with, but I just have so many cards in hand. This deck is really cool, man. This deck is super cool. Okay. Countering is the part I struggle with the most. I've lost most of my games because I counter with the wrong card at the wrong time. Don't discard Rebecca. Resolving 2 is busted. Dofi literally has not won an offline event here in the West. It can't be Cope, lol. For countering, I was always taught, will this card give me a card or 2 back in order to justify giving me? Yeah. They swing 7 at my 5, yeah. Grab. I think knowing what to grab on a search or figuring out what to discard for counter are like the things I can never do intentionally or where I catch myself losing the game off of. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that comes with experience, right? But also, like, recording your games and reviewing them is important. Also, thinking about future turns. Like, a big part of the reason... Oh, dude, this is so fucked up that he dropped this on me. This is so fucked up that he dropped this on me. I think I just have to give it. Saj. You could search Kiros. He is busted in mirror. Playing 2 full 7 with Kiros is pretty much GG. Is it really? I feel like the second one feels like it's got to be overkill, right? Surely? I mean, if you swing 9 at this, I'm just giving you a card every time. Oh, he's swinging at the Frankie. Okay. Am I just letting this die for sure, right? And then I'm bringing back Leorio? That's fine, I guess. Alright, what do we like to grab here? I feel like I'm grabbing at least 1 Cavendish. And kind of feel like the second card I grab, I just want to discard. Is this even ever going to be good? Maybe eventually. Maybe it's kind of cope, but I'll hold on to it for now. And I think I want to grab this stage and just discard this stage. Because I kind of like everything else in my hand. Yeah, that's fine. Isn't the event for the Blackbeard matchup? If you're talking about the one thing, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, Skiller, you're for sure that I'm not supposed to be countering with this. Like, I guess I will be playing. I guess I see it. I see the vision, I guess. Alright, I'll get rid of one of the Frankies. I maybe don't need 3. But Frankie feels so broken, bro. Frankie feels so broken. Am I giving him a 2K, I guess? I feel like I'm getting whacked right now. Like, I just have to take this one, I think. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. That was crazy, actually. Yo, okay, wait. We are so back in there. Yo, we are so back in there. Okay. What do we do first is the question. We definitely need to get rid of this bitch. Maybe we can ignore this one. Are we just always doing this into this into this and then playing this and then trying to take back board? First action, swing with your little guy against their little guys. I'm not sure that's correct, because if I swing into this, he's gonna get a draw. You get so much tempo here. See, there comes the... Yeah, okay, the Rebecca's huge here. Okay, you were right, you were right, you were right. Yeah, I don't... For sure, we don't swing Leo into Leo. What do we do? Also, we don't want the Leo in trash for the Frankie. There's no way we're swinging at this. Are we swinging into their Rebecca first? Or we're maybe swinging 9 into this first? I feel like I kind of like 9 into this. I don't think it's Rebecca into this. I think we want to try and force cards before we swing into this. I think I want to start with this here. And if he like blocks and gets the draw, that's fine. If he doesn't, yeah, that's fine. We'll take 2 cards. I think we want to... Damn, it's kind of annoying he has the Rebecca in trash now. Fuck, maybe I was supposed to Luffy into the Frankie first. I think I was. Scheist. Alright, whatever. Nice, we found a second one too. That's cool. Which Rebecca did I just play? I don't know. Damn, I was supposed to for sure Luffy into Frankie before swinging anything else. Oh, the misplays are real. Oh, dude, it actually feels like it was so big for me to not do that first. Did he really just give me a Frankie for that? Bro, I'm just going to swing it into him more. That's crazy. Yeah, that was a wild counter, I feel like. And then this just goes to life. Alright, I feel like we have pretty crazy tempo here. He can remove this, and then I'll just play another one next turn with like a Bart. RTY, you are correct that Dofi has literally not won an offline event here in the West. But the one dude was for sure supposed to win Latin, and he just trolled. He like 100% was supposed to win that event. Versus the Shanks in the finals. I mean, if you want to make an argument that there's like a real... Bro, I don't fuck with you doing this. Oh, now he swings at this and it's actually so bad for me. I think Usopp will be one of the better decks for sure. But I'm also... Oh, I'm way happier with you swinging into that, I think. Maybe not. That's maybe cap. Why did he do it in this order? That seems like a really weird... Don't I just kill you? Don't I literally just kill you? Yeah. Yeah, I really just kill you. Holy shit. Luffy is frozen, but I can untap him with his effect. And I have enough cards in trash. So for sure, the Dofi player was supposed to beat the Shanks in the finals. He kind of just threw. So it should have won Latin, and I guess it wasn't ever really supposed to win. Orlando. But the thing is, honestly, I actually think if you simulate that event a fuck ton of times, I think Doflamingo wins it most of the time. Like, I think Doflamingo wins it a ton of the times. If Jonas didn't get paired into the singular and now he would have won Latin. Yeah, that's also super possible, right? Like, I don't know, dude. I think, like, the fact that Doflamingo hasn't won an event isn't really indicative to me personally of the fact that Doflamingo is not far and ahead the best deck. I think it's just like super small sample size. Like, I think the deck is very clearly better in 09 than it was in 8.5. I thought Black Sox Juicy was good to bring to Orlando, which is why I would have brought BY. I mean, I think Luchi was a good pick, but there was so much ploofy in that room, man. There was actually so much ploofy in that room. Like, every single, like, I know freaking Victor, Clyde, and Chris all paired into, like, at least 3 ploofy each, which is, like, just not a good time. I think ploofy maybe actually converted kind of poorly. Let's bring it up. We don't have the Swiss numbers, do we? We don't. That's kind of unfortunate. Fair enough. But yeah, like, even if you look at top cut bracket, like, I guess everything was kind of tied after. Like, dude, look, Dofi was so dominant here. And this is with a lot of the really good players not bringing Dofi. Why does it say I'm in a game? Oh, I am. Whoops. Oh, shiest. I trolled. I would have loved to play versus Lim too. That's super my bad. Alright, well, free low. I think Luchi honestly could have been a really good pick though. But also, Luchi is a lot worse of a pick if you know that a lot of the other really good players, like Clyde, Chris Cross, Victor, if you know they're all bringing BY, then it feels a lot worse. So, I don't know. The demons are speaking to me with this keep. 1, 3. Am I capping here? Should I? The demons are speaking to me that this is a keep, but it's like, I'm keeping YOLO. You only live once. Fuck it. I can never mull a hand with stage. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like the stage is so important for this deck. But you also have so many ways to search the stage. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Too much PTSD if I don't hit it. Yeah. How did she play this already? I guess she ramped when we swung. Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. See, this is kind of why I didn't want to keep. She didn't even attack, so we didn't even get the upstart goblin. Alright, fine. Fuck you. Alright, upstart goblin. And then I think we can... Can we take this one, or maybe we just counter? If we take, though, and we hit the Rebecca, I feel like that's kind of hype. I feel like the swings are going to get bigger, though. Maybe Ron. Maybe Ron to counter there. Very likely. I feel a little bit better about it. Alright, we're ripping the Rebecca off the top rope here. We are ripping the Rebecca off the top rope. We did not rip the Rebecca off the top rope. I mean, we're always bouncing this and swinging into this. I imagine he blocks here a huge percentage of the time, but maybe not. Dude, these events are crazy. 9 into 5, and he just casually, very casually counters out. Oh my god, he countered out of both attacks. No, dude. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to swing 5 and then play this to play around that. Oh my god, skill diff. Skill diff. Do you enter locals where you live or mostly online tournaments? I haven't actually played that many online tournaments. I've only played 2. I want to go to locals more often. They're on Wednesdays and Sundays. So I actually could go today. I could ask my girlfriend if she wants to go. But we don't go that often, to be honest with you. But I do definitely believe in locals. I think they're a great thing. I went to locals way more often with Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I've gone with One Piece. Just like my homies don't go to locals as much. And to be honest, I feel like when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I made friends like literally all the time. And it's been a little bit more of a struggle with One Piece. Like all my One Piece friends are like either like online friends or like friends that I had from Yu-Gi-Oh! That I converted to One Piece. I haven't like really made what I would say is like real friends, like through, or like more organic friends. Like you go to locals and you meet like new people or whatever. I mean, I'm just always bouncing this, right? Just always. Dude, minus 5,000? What are we talking about here? Maybe I'm red rocking this and I'm just playing a blocker. What do we like? Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Skiller. Really appreciated your commentary. Um, do we like bouncing this and swinging into this? I feel like it just gets blocked. Or I could red rock this and play a blocker. I feel like the tempo is a lot better if we do this. But it's also really scary because we're going to go really low on life. Yes, it gives us the blocker, I guess. You'd red rock? Yeah, I think that's possible. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is about One Piece exactly. Like, I feel like when I joined Yu-Gi-Oh! And started going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals, I felt like I made like new friends going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Like really, really quickly. Like some of my best friends in the entire world. But for some reason that hasn't really happened with One Piece. Honest to goodness, dude, I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked here. Um, I think a big part of that is probably that the tournament structure. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, the way that locals always worked was like you played until there's one undefeated. So like I felt like it was a lot easier for me to make friends, cause we'd play until there's one undefeated, and I would almost always be, you know, like there or like right there. I lose, GG. And so I just naturally kind of played like the same people every week, and we just kind of became friends. Whereas with One Piece, the way it's structured at my locals is we just play 3 rounds. We actually just play 3 rounds, and we actually just hit cap of like 64 people like every week. That was our first loss, by the way, Saj. I feel like we have to mold this even though it looks so good. I mean, we do get to play this on 3. So we'll have like our 3 draw. This will draw us a card. We'll draw for 5. We'll draw for 7. We really need... Shit. This is maybe a mistake. Feels like it was a mistake. Yeah. So yeah, 4 to 5 rounds depending on if it's 16 or 32. Yeah, see for us, it is 64 people. We just play 3 rounds. And that's it. So it's like I actually never play the same people, it feels like. So I feel like that's definitely made it a lot harder for me to like make friends. Um, like I would say there's a couple people that I'm definitely like really friendly with. Um, like there's a dude named Pana that I really like. There's a dude named Victor that I really like. They're both really friendly. They're cool. Um, someone named Jeremy, he's pretty cool. But no one were like, I've never seen anyone outside of the tournament setting. So like I can't really say that we're like friends. Hey, what's up, Flocky? Kicked in by this one Ploofy player. We got a little rivalry going on because we always get matched up against each other round 1 or 2. What deck are you playing, Cobalt? Dude, I'm gonna fucking lose this game. I'm gonna fucking lose this game, man. This is tough. He just blocks here, probably. Even 2k, 1k is, like, not even bad for him. Honestly, blocking was maybe worse for him. I'm so fucking cooked. Surely I just fucking draw Rebecca. Bello, Betty, and Yamato? Aren't you, like, crazy favored into Ploofy as Bello Betty, I feel like? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I kind of want to block for the upstart goblin. It's also one of the only things he can pop. Ploofy is everywhere at the moment. I played my 5-round local versus 4 Ploofies and 1 Dofi. Yeah, Ploofy is crazy popular. It's part of the reason why I don't like BY as much as a lot of people do. Yeah, Cobalt, I think definitely you gotta practice that matchup a little bit more. Because I haven't played that much Bella Betty, but I've played a little bit. And I will say, every single time that I play Betty, I feel like I roll any Ploofies I play. Like, they're a 3-life leader. I was there on Teach, so I hated that matchup spread. Yeah, that sounds really bad. Is it okay for me to finally take this, or do I just keep trucking along at high life? Maybe it's okay to take. Yo, we stay drawing Kyros. We stay drawing Kyros. Is it crazy for me to want to play my... Yeah, it is. I only have 1 card in trash. We can Kyros bounce the Frankie. Feels pretty mid. Thank you, Blink. Thank you. Have you messed around with law at all? What do you mean with law? Oh, green, yellow? No, not at all. This is the first time I'm doing any testing for OP10. I think I'm always swinging 5 here. I think I'm always playing the blocker. He took. I feel like I'm always bouncing this Frankie, no? Surely. I can't believe he took that, by the way. That was an insane take. I don't know what the fuck he was cooking with that take. That was like, I don't even know what that was. I think maybe we'll keep the OP10 streams coming. I don't know if I really want to play Dofi on stream. I feel like even from this experience trying to keep up with chat, I don't know if I could play Dofi at the level that I want to with the stream. So I am on the wait list for some of them. I'm gonna try and get in, and if I get in, I'll for sure play them. But if I don't, I'm not that upset about it. I mean, we're obviously always countering this. probably what I'm gonna work on today once I get my BY Luffy and BY Ace built, since they came in the mail. BY Ace is a cool deck for sure. Bro, oh man, this is just not cool, man. I'm so cooked. And he has enough in trash. I'm so cooked. Draw a counter. Fuck. Alright, chat. Robe's coming off. It's a little toasty in here. This is so sick that he just takes my whole board. Oh, surely I have to counter out of this, right? Damn. Play third Kyros, bounce the Zoro, swing at the Luffy. How big do we swing at the Luffy, though? Do we just swing the 9? And then we play the blocker again. Maybe we swing 10. Demand double 2K. And we play the IDO. That makes sense. I feel like that seems reasonable. Swing 5 at life first. I don't want to swing 5 at life because I don't want him to go down to 5 cards or less. And then I swing at the Luffy and he gets the draw, right? Like, he let it die right there if I swung 5 and he went down to low enough cards. I entered the 1st of February just yesterday. Nice. What do you mean you entered it? You got on the wait list or what? No, first bounce, then 5. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't think the order mattered that much, honestly. He's going to counter out either way. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think that's very reasonable. Oh man, this is so annoying. This dude is so cringe. And by that I mean he's playing well, which is annoying. I think he was probably supposed to swing 5 before. Dude, I don't want to give up the only blocker in my hand. Can I really go down to 1? Is that a... If I take this and then he goes 9, 10 and I go to 0? I mean... Fuck it, run it. You gotta swing at my Kiro, surely, right? Oh, you just played that this turn, buddy. You just played that this turn. Does he have... He does have a Rebecca, damn. Damn. This is so trash. Oh, they're all fire. My bad, bro. My bad. As far as I know, no waitlisting. Got the ticket straight away. How is that even possible? I mean, are we just freaking red rocking 9-9 proj? Are we just red rocking 9-9 proj? Is that the only win condition here? I guess maybe this. Does anyone see a line other than Red Rock 99 Proj? Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Oh, he gets the draw. We never get there. To be honest, we actually never get there. We actually genuinely never get there. But if his hand looks like our hand, we do get there. We don't get there. Oh, GG. Oh, he had so much counter. Alright. BRB. I'm gonna go grab some food real quick. Honestly, kind of can't believe that the dog didn't follow me in here when she saw I grabbed something to eat. Got a leftover slice of Papa Murphy's pepperoni pizza from last night. Europe is less crowded, I suppose. Oh, you're in Europe. Okay. Yeah, US, I got cooked by the waitlist. Advice for Ploofy? Yeah, I could probably give you some advice. What are you wanting to know? Also, heads up, I think I'm probably done playing for now. I think the plan right now is we'll probably just chit chat for a bit. So if anyone has any questions or anything they want to talk about, I'll just kind of be interacting with chat. This is the deck list we were playing just now. I'll do that for a little bit, and then we'll read over the Jonas guide, and then I'll probably call it there. Appreciate everyone who's come out. I admittedly don't know too much about the Shanks matchup. So hopefully someone else can give you some advice on that here. Dofi, though, really, really, really hard. Why does a black deck not play Moria? I have been wondering the exact same thing. I have been wondering the exact same fucking thing. It makes no sense to me personally, but I was just trying the list that won, you know. Like almost all of the lists are not playing Moria. I don't really get it personally, but I don't know. Advice for Ploofy versus Dofi? You have to go first. You have to see your perfect curve. You have to take their board. You have to survive and take their board until you have a lot of big bodies. And then you kill them basically like in one turn. Gum Gum Giant is really important for the late game. You really want to stay like healthy on your hand size. A lot of the times, if like let's say you went first and you play your Zoro on 4, if they bounce your Zoro on 4, like they go like they go like Teach, Sengoku, Jinbei, Law, and they bounce like their Sengoku and your 4-drop, you have to counter there or you get puddinged. So make sure you counter there, because otherwise you'll have like 9 cards in hand. But a lot of the rest of the game, I think you kind of have to be a little disrespectful of pudding. I think 9 Mom helps a lot. Doesn't need it, can't be searched, and you have enough in your deck to recycle it via the Frankie. I could see it. Deck felt pretty good without the Moria just now. I don't really know what you would cut for the Moria is the thing. Like, the only thing I can imagine is, like, these 2 Gum Gums. These were, like, the only thing I didn't really like just now. Like, I don't think you can cut these 3. And, like, everything else is, like, kind of your bread and butter. So it's, like, the only way I could see you finding spaces by cutting these. I honestly think people are doing the Will Towan strat where you make a deck that goes second good at going first. I don't really know what you mean by that. But this deck for sure is a going first deck. Rebecca on 7 is just really, really, really strong. I think it's like literally the only reason to play the deck. Not the only reason. It's the number one reason is Rebecca on 7. No Moria, no Grabblade. I don't think Grabblade would be that good in this deck. I could see why you would say that Kamazo is better than Zoro on 4 against Dofi. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, the color combination makes you think you would want to go second, but I think these 7 drops are really just the reason. Also, like, you have these 1 drops for, like, 1 and 3. Whereas, like, if you go second, you can only play these 1 drops on 2. If you draw them a turn late, you're kind of cooked. I feel like the only deck in this meta I really like is Purple Yellow Robin. Any tips for ramp trigger playstyle? I know literally nothing about Robin. If you haven't watched their games in the Latin finals, I know some of them are streamed. Watch those. Honestly, you can probably figure out who the person is if you do enough digging. And you can probably message them on Twitter or Discord or something, and they'll probably give you advice. Most people are really nice. I've gotten a lot of advice from a lot of really good players just doing that. Thank you, Abster. I think the way you make Ploofy going second better is you play the 5-drop kid. I don't think you play Missile Sunday. I think it's for sure the kid. You play 4 of it. I don't think the 9-drop on turn 3 is that important, probably. I think you still want to find a turn to play Luffy Taro, right? If I run my teach into the 4 Ploofies at locals next week, I'm kind of losing my mind. I don't think Ploofy's that bad, right? Like, it's not like favored or anything, but it's not like that bad. I guess we can look at the matchups. I lost all my games yesterday, by the way. It was so tragic. Blackbeard into Ploofy. Like, it's not that bad. 44% is not that bad. Like, it's not great, but, like, you're feeling a lot better versus Ploofy than you are against Dofi. Yeah. I mean, Dofi is obviously just, like, really hard. I wonder how much it changes in OP10. We don't have those stats yet, I guess. Oh, wait, we do. It's going to be a crazy small sample size, so take it with insane grains of salt. Oh, wow. Wow. Looks even worse. which obviously is like a product of small sample size. Like, it shouldn't be worse. um, anything else we want to talk about before we go back over the Jonas article and then end stream? All right. Let's pull it up. I can't believe that he said in one sentence, the pacing of the game is outside of your control and it's relatively fun to play. I feel like having a game outside of my control does not feel relatively fun to play, but I don't know. From Luchi's perspective, I really want to get ahead as fast as possible. Yeah, we read that part already. Of how to address the matchup. The Dofi player definitely needs to have a generally very aggressive strategy in the matchup. Since Dofi doesn't have the ability to compete once the game goes super late due to cards like Acost Moria, the game needs to end sooner rather than later, and the best way for Dofi to do so is to attack 7k with every 4-cost character they can during the few turns of the game. There are moments where you want to attack 5ks or 6ks due to dawn constraints super early in the game, but the general plan still stands. However, getting back to your turns with characters in play depends greatly on how many Jinbeis you could find, as well as whether you have the counter to defend the board when their Luchi leader pokes 5k or 6k. Both of these require you to have plenty of resources to deal with those attacks every turn. Because of that, I really prioritize having Weevils and Morias so that I can repeatedly bring back Jinbeis or have extra cards in hand so that even when I'm at 4 or 5 life most of the game, I can defend my board all the way until my opponent's to 0. Once you reach the point where you have gotten your opponent to 0, a large majority of the game is done. Having 2 Perfume Femurs means that even if you don't draw one naturally, you can also use combinations of Peronis and Goku or just taking the life they have been taking much of this game to set up the clean 13 to 15k swing. But don't be afraid to do some relatively wild-looking attacks to put your opponent to 0 if possible. I've attacked plenty of 9, 11k swings at my opponent at 1 just to end the game, so I didn't expect to be able to build larger boards due to dwindling hand or impeding 8-cost Morias. Tried to avoid playing Jozu at all costs. Yeah, I agree. Jozu's literally unplayable in the matchup. Try to attack with 7k almost every waking turn of the game. Yep. Specifically going second, you want to avoid playing your only 1-drop on your 2-dawn turn. Yeah, completely agree. Especially Perona. Play Perona on 4. 2-dawn, if you happen to have Teach and Law in hand, it might make more sense to play Sengoku on 4 so that Brook can not KO the 1-drop. You have something aside for Law to bring back the Law effect. However, if it doesn't apply, if you have 2, if you have 2 of them, you can play them both on 2. The only I consider attacking in this matchup are Brooks and Utas if applicable, but don't spend too many large 7k swings on the Brook. It is painful, but better to try to end the game sooner rather than spend. Yeah, I agree. You want to swing like 5s and 6s at the Brook. I don't think I really learned anything from this personally other than that he thinks it's 50-50. But I mean, there's not too much nuance in the matchup, so like fair enough. Ploofy double blue or double favorable makes sense. Any Patreon you would recommend? Yeah. You can see him kind of on the side here. I really like Crosses the most. Cross is my favorite. Clyde is really good. I really like the OP Bounty one when and I'm not sub to all of these at the moment. I liked the OP Bounty one when the stats were actually working, but a lot of the stats have been bugged for like a while now, so I don't like it as much now. The Team Seafood King one is pretty decent. I think like they upload a calendar of what they're gonna post, so I think it's worth checking to see like what they have coming up. I kind of like go back and forth on that one. And then Kek Filet, I think I subbed to for exactly one thing one time, and then I immediately it was for Holden Miller's Luchi guide. And then I immediately unsubbed. And that was back when I played Luchi. Because I don't think it's necessarily that worth it. Um, this matchup is the purest form. From my perspective, the only real way that I've had to. Oh, maybe he'll talk about. Maybe he'll talk about Ploofy's side. So this might help you. Blink. Yeah, Kai writes for Cross. Kai is amazing. Yeah, Kai is the best One Piece creator on YouTube by like a really large margin. I don't even know who's second. Let me look at who I'm sub to. Who do I even think is even close? Like, I actually think Kai gaps literally everyone. Kai's content is actually so good compared to literally 100% of, at least of what I'm thinking. And I'm including myself. He makes way better content than I do. I really like Jonas's content. But he just doesn't upload that much. Ooh, Plastic Beach X3. He makes good content, but he doesn't post that much. Awakened makes pretty good content. Ooh, I love RJ. RJ makes phenomenal content. Real Joshua makes maybe slightly more casual content most of the time than I love, but I do enjoy some of his content. Ooh, Fidelio, TCG, love his content. But yeah, I feel like Kai pretty much gaps everyone, honestly. Yeah, I gotta give it to Kai. The main plan for success from Ploofy's side requires their default Luffy, Taros, and Goro to start multiple 9. Yeah, Lin-Lins are important. Contest Dofi's board while drawing cards, or they can rely on ramping. 65%. Yeah, honestly, almost. If you win the die roll as Dofi, I feel like it's even higher than this. Teach Weevil Jinbei, yeah. Something I will say, I think if the Luffy wins die roll going first, I really look for what's his name? Law going second. I think Law going second is really good. Because they're always playing a 4-drop on 3. Multiple 9 Linlins to completely slow down the game. These strategies aren't mutually exclusive, and Ploofy would like to draw all those high impact cards. Still, they need to ensure they don't overuse the leader ability, since they will likely have to use their leader effect at least twice to compete on board. What's the Discord? Yeah, the VOD should be posted. I've never streamed before, so I have to imagine YouTube just naturally uploads it to the channel. That's my hope. If it doesn't, then rip the VOD, because I haven't done anything to make it do that. I kind of thought it did it naturally. Yeah, CrossCord definitely is the best Discord server. I'm hoping to make... My Discord server will be launching by the end of the week, 100%. And I hope that my Discord server surpasses even CrossCord. But I understand that's going to be unbelievably difficult. My goal for my Discord server is to make it the hub of competitive play, where players both new and veteran go to just talk about the game from a competitive aspect. That's what I want for the server personally. Feel like I've developed a lot of bad habits early on that could have been avoided. Oh, if you found him earlier, yeah. What's the Discord? It's CrossCord. If you go to Cross's YouTube channel, it should be fairly easy to find. Last two locals who had a bad result with B Dofi. I don't know what's going wrong. Last 2 locals had bad results. Okay, word. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. There's like 100 million different things that could be going wrong. So, I don't know what's going wrong either, but deck is broken. And there's a lot of player expression, so if you're not having good results, it's probably your fault, honestly. It's pretty rare for Dofi to lose to variance, I would say. Cross and Fidelio both have... Oh, I haven't even joined Fidelio's. I would love to join his. Are super, super nice. For events that you can't attend, would you consider doing a watch party? Restream the event? Yeah. I mean, I already watch them and post them live. Or I guess I don't post. I haven't streamed myself watching them live. I think I'm gonna try to do that for whatever the next big one is. Um, the reason I didn't this most recent one with the Asia finals was because it was at like really crazy times, right? But maybe we just be late night goblins and we do it anyways. The main plan for success, yeah. All those specific game plans give a lot of angle text. Yeah, firstly, when playing against Ploofy, you can almost always assume that the Ploofy's first few swings will be 5k. Yeah, this is true. Will likely demand your opponent to attack into your life, instead netting you an extra card to defend your board with critical turns later in the game. Yeah, you definitely want to always try and take your first 2 life versus decks like Ploofy, like Luchi, Shanks. If you can make them swing into your life rather than your board, it's really nice. If you can draw an extremely aggressive start and attack a bunch of 7s very early, you might be able to force your opponent to use Gum Gum Giant early enough in the game to deny your opponent the opportunity to get their 9 characters early enough. Yeah, that's good. Try to avoid playing Pudding unless your opponent has 9 plus cards in hand. You'd prefer to keep getting those extra characters in play and continue. Regardless, your opponent will likely counter out 7k. Yeah, I agree. I think for a lot of decks, 8 is good enough, but I think for Ploofy specifically, you really want it to be like 9. Take your life down to 4 and try to counter all the 5k, 6k attacks at your board during the middle. Yo, did my girlfriend just get home? Oh, shit. I didn't do any of the shit I was supposed to do. Yo, chat, I'm about to get flamed. Oh my god, she just got home. I didn't do any of the shit I was supposed to. We're cooked. We're cooked. Everyone act natural. Love the content, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think current Dofi beats RP Law, not gonna lie. If you're talking about RP Law at his peak in 08, you're actually just dead wrong, and we know that for sure because they existed at the same time in the East, and RP Law destroyed Dofi. What accessories do you use for the game? Do you have a nice setup? You can kind of see what I do in some of my videos where I went over my Treasure Cup gameplay. I use this Sprite blue mat that one of my friends gave me. I use just like regular Dragon Shield sleeves. And I have a Dofi deck box from Sleeve Chief with Dofi over sleeves on my Dawn that I really like. Yo, everyone act natural. Act natural. I thought she was gonna get home in like an hour. That's why I was gonna end stream and do all of it. Oh my god, we're so cooked. Teaches really easy way to keep up the pressure while building your board. 7 cost Sanji is an annoying counter to that. Try to plan out your turns in case your teach is removed, so you don't spend the turn after. Yeah, trying to set it up. Yeah, I agree. Don't rely too much on perfume to close out the game when your opponent is 0. Yeah, I agree. Perfume is kind of a little bit of a trap sometimes. Definitely the first turn versus decks like Ploofy and RP Luffy that you can go for game with perfume, you should typically wait 1 extra turn. This is even kind of true with Shanks. If you can wait like 1 extra turn with these decks that play these crazy events, you want to wait like 1 extra turn. Try to get some cards out of their hand this turn and then do it the following turn. Speaking of which, I'm about to hop off. Appreciate the stream. Will definitely... Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sprite Gamer unfollowed. Oh, shit. You wanna know something, David? I actually never played Sprite. He got it for me because I was super excited for Sprite to come out. But then I actually just played Tier as long as Tier existed. I did play Sprite cards in my Tier deck during Pote, but I never actually played actual Sprite. Expected win percentage 60%. Yeah, I'd say almost 65, honestly. Is honestly one of the hardest ones to play from the Dofi side. Really? I don't really feel that way. Losing a lot of time until your Shanks opponent concedes and show his hand with 5 non-counters. The name of the game is speed and try to go extremely, then create as many 6-7k possible. Yeah. Your Shanks opponent just wants the game to go as long as possible and they use their Dawn. Yeah, Red Hawk. Don't be afraid to defend your Weevil from an... Yeah, this is a big piece of advice for sure. It's okay to defend your Weevil on 4 Dawn. Mostly this matchup, or 7 or a Jinbei from a 7k swing on 6 Dawn. Yeah. Most of the matchup plays relatively similar to how I would play against Luchi, where you'd like to defend your board through most of the game. Then you have to try to find moments where you notice your board presence slightly dwindled in the face of new gate to push out AK swing and your opponent to 0. That way you can rely on Perfume to close out the game. The one slight wrinkle that makes this matchup scarier than Luchi at times is how quickly Shanks can close out the game compared to a deck like Luchi. Yeah, that's true. Shanks can put you from 4 to 0 in a turn. You'll really need the Perfume. Yep, there are moments where it makes more sense to play Teacher on your 5 Dawn turn rather than your 3 Dawn turn to play around Red Hawk. Yep. Okay, when you're Teach installing the development, this isn't always the case, but if you have a Perona, I like using the 1 Dawn so I can protect the Teach for a later turn. Yeah, I agree. Don't forget about timing regarding both decks, leader effects, and Jinbei. Since the order of abilities for Dofi into Shanks leader, Jinbei on play, you can play Hancock to protect the Jinbei. Luffy first isn't that great for Dofi, but it's very winnable from the Dofi side. This is the part of the article that I'm most interested in reading. Putting in gravity ability. Let's summarize how BY wants to play it, and then I'll discuss how I find opportunities to beat even solid BY draws. From the BY side, there are 3 main things they have to avoid: Pudding, Gravity Blade, and Perfume Femur. They all require slightly different actions throughout the game. BY tends to play their baby Luffys and Sabos. BY players also tend to not play 5-cost Fist Luffy alongside 5-cost Sabo if avoidable in the middle part of the game, so that Dofi player cannot reasonably tempo boost a card like Gravity Blade. Probably most importantly, BY tries to best avoid becoming a 9k leader with 0 life to avoid losing a Femur for 15. Yep, all of those competing factors make trying to play not that easy without cards like ACOS to offset the card loss. It can be hard to deal with all of the options Dofi has. Generally, the BY player tends to try to attack the board during a lot of the development from Dofi players so that they don't have to deal with as many characters before they've awakened and become a 7k leader. Additionally, using Egghead Luffy to remove the pesky 6k characters or 2-cost each can really make it hard for Dofi players to muster up 3 plus 7k swings before it's too late. Then BY wants to become a 7k leader with 1 life on their 7 and 9 Dawn turn. Yeah, finally they chain 1 to 2 8-cost Moiras once they've reached 10 Dawn. Start ignoring, and then close the game. Yep. It's all written out. It does feel like you can do nothing to beat BY's Dofi. Yeah, there are games where it feels that way for sure. But there are ways to find gaps in your opponent's draws. Firstly, and probably most preventable thing from the BY's plan is finding all opportunities to bounce the babies back to your opponent's hand with either 2k counter crocodile or 4. Continuing to build a menacing board of 5k bodies is super important as it ensures that your opponent still has those babies in hands to make your pudding scary. Secondly, I think it's important to find as many opportunities as possible to make your opponent want to counter out of attacks while they are still 5k lead on their 6 to 7 Dawn turns of the game and before they've awakened. Okay. They've used things like Hiyori or multiple Flampe's to get to 0 on their 6 Dawn turn, but hoping they've stumbled on those turns is how you capitalize. As a result, attacking with your board on those turns for 5 to 7k while they're still at 2 life with a blocker is how you get them to make mistakes. Either they give you so many cards that you can manage going into the late game, or they take too many swings that your pudding can both obliterate their card advantage while potentially disrupting their strat to the point where their deck can't function. Yeah, sometimes you just pudding RNG them to death. Is more of an art than a science, to be completely honest. There are many times when I'm content with just using pudding on an 8-card hand and 2 life and making them hope to have the ideal hand. Still, there are also moments where I've pushed with my board and tried to attack them to the point where they counter 3 to 4 cards, and I make them try to awaken the turn afterwards with hopefully fewer 2Ks in hand. In general, the better your board, the better you rely on your attacks to dwindle their hand, if the turns allow it. Okay, conversely, the weaker your hand, the better it is to rely on RNG gods with pudding and hoping your opponent doesn't draw a functional hand. I like the Tearlaments Sprite hybrid. It was funny seeing the opponent's reaction when they trigger a Guido on turn 0 and you mill Angler. Yeah. Angler's so nutty. I've mentioned a few times how important having a board is in this matchup, and honestly why I value Teach and Jinbei even more than any of the other tech cards in the matchup. Dofi is ultimately an aggressive deck, and without 3 characters in play, doesn't matter how many puddings or gravity blades you draw as the Dofi player. If your board is completely clear, they can always just become a 5k leader with 2 life, and you're never going to be able to win. Finding those Jinbeis and Teaches allows you to build your board super quickly and pressure your opponent when the time comes, not feeling obligated to defend your characters from 7+ swings. And rested characters, since you still have 2 to 3 other work and will be able to continue building from there. Almost always put your opponent to 2 life going into your 6 to 7 down turn. You want your opponent to be low enough to be pressured by your 5k swings, but not make it trivial for your opponent to awaken with minimal resources. Egghead Luffy can still be used, but that's usually better than them playing a blocker mostly. The one exception is if they play Fist Luffy on 5. You might want to leave them at 3 so that once they use their Luffy effect on 7, they still have 2 life, so they have to go through to awaken. But hopefully you draw Jozu for when that happens. Effect on 7. They still have 2 life. They'll need to go through to awaken. Okay, I get what he's saying. He's saying if they play Luffy on 5 on your and they don't use the effect on your 6th on turn, you still leave them at 3. You don't swing again. And then on 7, they leader effect. They're still at 2. But the thing is, they're just going to Hiyori combo you and you're going to be sad on that 7th on turn. But I guess you have to put them on Better Have It. This is why, this exact turn, Luffy on 5 is exactly why I like Jozu in the list. When your opponent becomes a 7k leader, try to go as wide as possible instead of trying to go tall with your swings. There might be moments to take an extra 2k, which can be convenient, but it is mostly better to go more 7k swings since they very likely find more 2ks. So they probably play in Sabo every turn. Yeah. Try to attack with your characters in weird ways such that you are leaving a forward on so that they have potential of pudding, regardless of whether if you have the pudding. Yeah. You're comfortable taking 1 life in this matchup, but probably not going down to 3 or 2. Yeah, you have to stay at you gotta stay at 4 preferably. You can't go too lower, you just get rushed down and you die. I feel like I get punished for not countering cheaply early. Yeah, you gotta count. I mean, honestly, if you can counter the first swing, sometimes it's good. But you definitely have to counter the second swing. But, like, those first 2 swings are always really small anyways, so they're pretty cheap to counter. That's the last part of the article I wanted to read, and I want to go say what up to my girlfriend. So I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll definitely do this again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.